I just realized that that one picture Pedro put in of a bench shirt looks a lot like Lieutenant Uhura's uniform in Star Trek, and I can't unsee it now.
What?
Scroll up a little bit in Discord to do it.
Man, you're trying to make me see shit that you're seeing, man. I know what's up. Knock it out.
Listen, man, I'm just trying to show you a picture of Lieutenant Uhura.
It's cleavage shirt. That's what it is.
Why you gotta hate on Nichelle Nichols? Why do you hate Nichelle Nichols
I'm not falling
so much?
for it again, man. No. Okay, maybe. I don't know. Keep going.
It is 100% Lieutenant Uhura's dress.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? We're getting ready for another Linux Gamecast Weekly. Continuing a long tradition of fuck all holidays.
Yeah, happy All Countries Matter Day.
Yeah. Have we ever taken a holiday off?
I don't think intentionally.
No. I'm just trying to think, like, maybe one time, like, everything, like, two or three times we weren't able to go live because whatever reasons, but I don't think those were on a holiday. Could have been.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All these episodes tend to blend together after a while. I'm a being of pure time, etc.,
The
etc.
4th of July was yesterday for me because it's already 1:34 of the 5th.
Synergy. I don't know. Let's get that together. We do have quite a big show, considering everyone's like, fuck it. It's Thursday.
Yep. It's a big news segment, not so much a big Steam segment.
True. Was there anything like groundbreaking in the Proton GE? I saw I got a notification from GitHub that there was a new hotness released.
I didn't see anything.
I didn't see the release notes. I didn't check it. I was like,
Proton GE.
I usually, certain people on Twitter, like, rave about, oh, the new Proton GE, if it does something like
I'll
really
go check the
interesting.
release notes. Sorry I asked.
Where is releases? Oh, there's releases. I'm lost in the new GitHub still.
Yeah, it's on the right now.
Yeah. Fake deal, Succomp for Doom Eternal, GTA, Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes. No updates on EAC.
Over here, because this is where releases need to be, not up here with everything else. But we're just
right. Well, yeah, that's where I was looking. And I'm like, and then Control F releases. Why is it over there? God damn it, GitHub.
no updates on EAC, no MK. Yeah, I don't think there's nothing. Nah.
You can alt tab now. That's big.
Yeah.
I suppose, no, most Proton games you can safely alt-tab because of how it handles full-screen games.
Yay! Merry
As in they
transcoding,
don't
Atomic.
freak out. I mean, we did, like, immediately go live to, like, 15 people, so, yeah.
Dude, the type of people that are sitting around like something, at least. Because
what are they doing?
With the bots
going to
talking
barbecues?
backwards and forwards, there's usually something happening.
Linux Gamecast Weekly, slightly better than nothing.
It's that is a marginally true statement.
Into the fox.
Should we start wearing togas? Should we ditch the wizard robes?
I'd be down with a toga.
And go for togas just to switch things up a little bit. I don't know. Amazon, how much is a toga?
Yeah, see, the problem with the toga is the wizard robe wouldn't wear out of the house. Toga, I would contemplate this.
Toga 2000. All right, Amazon.ca, because I don't think I have any white bed sheets. Toga.
Get a tie-dye toga. Traditional.
All right, $42 for a toga. And then a bunch of schoolgirl outfits, apparently. Okay. Oh, because the character's name is Himiko Toga? and so people just assume people want to. Amazon assumes people want to cosplay as her. That tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do all these togas come with swords? No one who was wearing a toga was carrying a sword around.
Well, maybe they should have, and we'd all still be wearing togas.
Where can you hide a sword in a toga, though? Dude, whatever happened to like the Highlander-esque trench coats that could like magically make like giant swords appear?
If you think about that, you could plus that one out real quick. Yeah, wearing my Matrix trench coat, that just got nerfed in one day. I'm like, yeah, okay, no. Don't get to wear that anymore.
I know, I'm aware. It's joke. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, what do you call it? The toothbrush mustache used to be very popular for people who wanted to like have facial hair and wear gas masks, and then one guy had to go around and ruin it for everyone else.
Gas masks don't work with a beard.
Well, that's what the toothbrush is for. Like, it gives you a little bit.
I just suck on a hose.
I mean, you're always sucking on hoses.
I'm telling you,
I can't stop you. You just see a hose dangling.
I'll be out there.
Like,
I'll be out there with my scuba gear, man. Peace among worlds. I'm still breathing.
And by scuba gear, he means a snorkel and a Speedo.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Nothing else.
And sparklers.
Well, you put the sparkler in the scuba or in the snorkel hole, right? So that
there will possibly be some freedom crackers going off. Just a heads up.
Yeah, we had those on Wednesdays. Freaked the dog out. It was good.
Yeah. Is the dog against thunderbolts and lightning?
Doesn't seem to bug her too much, but like, yeah, I don't know.
How are you
There's
with
a
the lightning,
lot
Pedro?
of fireworks going off here all through the year, except yesterday.
I don't know.
I
Then
didn't hear any.
when you said that, my brain just jumped to what happens to Pedro when he's struck by lightning. The same thing that happens to everything else.
Bit by a cobra. Kung Pedro.
No,
Death
it's
or
Kung.
superpowers.
No, it's for Kung Pedro it would be Kung Poo.
Congatus. Terrible boom boom nightmare day.
Or you could
Possibly,
just say
man.
it with an accent. Kung Fu.
Kung Poo. Kung Poo.
Or no. No.
No.
No.
Hit the eject button, Ben.
Didn't hit the eject button, but I pulled over to the shoulder of the road on that. I'm like, we might revisit that, but I'm going to have to work on phrasing. Is that how you
Please
handle?
don't say that accent again. That's the Portuguese accent. Come on, man.
Michael can't tell. He thinks all Australians sound the same.
Wait.
Yeah.
Also, it's canon now. We've established it.
What?
The Linux mascot was almost Foxy.
Was almost?
Almost Foxy.
Do you know what that mascot looks like? It looks like mid-90s. Looks like 1993 is what that mascot looks like.
That's totally Foxy.
Wait, what? I'm confused.
You know, the proposed alternative to the Linux mascot?
Yeah. We got a Discord. You should check it out.
Well, I'm aware they've been trying to replace this for a while, but like, I guess I didn't catch that one.
Yeah, the Linus Tech Tips did another Linux video.
Oh, right, right. And one of the logos was like the
Yeah,
streamline.
he did.
Okay. That's what that's about. All right.
Yeah, I was like, oh,
That
yay, good Cloudflare.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That's Foxy.
that-
That's just Foxy.
That's the anime version of the movie Hackers.
Man, Foxy has like more childbearing-y hips than I remember.
Also a mouth. He has a mouth.
He's got that svelte hourglass frame, you know.
He's got the V. It's a very high V, like Coke bottle V, but
Coke bottle V sounds like some kind of like sexually transmitted disease.
Probably is.
You got the Coke bottle V.
I'm not gonna give V just because I think I know what'll show.
There's a litany of responses, and none of them are good.
The V stands for vagina.
Whatever happened to that remake, man? I watched
The V for vagina?
No, the V reboot. I think it was like on ABC or CBS. It went through like series 1, then they're just like, you know what? Nah.
Yeah, the other V. I mean, there's also masks, but those are like flesh masks and not like Guy Fawkes masks. What's very confusing is like a band did a song called V that half of it seems to be about the TV show, but half of it seems to be about the movie.
That's how I would
novel.
roll. Yeah, just screw with people.
Yeah, just be like, wait, hold on. This is an incredibly mixed metaphor. I'm so confused.
Come on, live a little.
Apparently Clone High is coming back.
I heard that. Oh, Beavis and Butthead's coming back again.
Again.
Yeah, I saw that.
Well, like Judge can't do the Butthead voice though anymore. Like they released a couple of Beavis and Butthead shorts, and you can really tell like he's struggling to maintain that fire, whatever.
Well, that's Beavis.
I always get the two confused. They're interchangeable. Well, whenever I think one is Beavis and the other is Butthead, it turns out it's the other one.
What we need is Jarvis and Butthead.
Just get Paul Bettany and like Butthead.
I'd watch it. I never watched the reboot a couple of years back, and I don't know.
Well,
it was very much a thing of, you know, I'm gonna have to like poke in on this one because it's going to be on Comedy Central.
Right, but so going back to what we were talking about music videos, though, a large part of Beavis and Butthead was them just like fucking shitting on music videos.
Ah.
There are no more music videos.
Typo negative.
What are they gonna do? They're gonna sit in front of the couch and like shit on YouTube clips?
No, they can go on adventures. Like the movie.
They're gonna go to Las Vegas for some slots.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, sluts.
Look,
All
a
right.
squirrel.
Which should be locked and loaded and ready to go.
But I need TP for my bunghole.
Yeah. The movie did
Bungholio.
start out very good. It was just like straight up Godzilla Beavis breathing fire on a scene. Like, all right, I'm in.
Squirrel.
I don't remember shit from it, but yeah.
I remember them like on the bus with the old lady. She's like, "Oh, I'm going to some Vegas for some hot slots," and they're like, "What? You're going to Vegas for hot sluts?"
Okay.
That's the only bit I remember from that movie.
I mean, fair enough, man. I mean, all right. Let's pull that down. Let's tap the pause button, fam. Okay, if everything goes to poo or if we have a random crash, and it's because I'm testing a piece of hardware in production for an interfacing Linux.
Business as usual then.
I mean, yeah.
Interface.
Shut up, Beavis.
And welcome back to another Linux Gamecast Weekly, the show that covers the latest Linux gaming news, reviews, how-tos, and most importantly, whatever the hell else we come up with this week. I totally forgot to unmute myself, so I was like, man, I'm awfully quiet there for a minute. But on that topic,
that'll do it.
old quiet man Vin, joined every week by the toffee-eating champion of 1997 in Canada, one Jordan Svang.
Still reigning toffee-eating champion, thank you.
Oh, it was a magical day. And the man on the island who is done celebrating this July of 4th, the Good Riddance Day in Britannia. One Pedro Montes. And you, live, joining us, Chatroom Dynamic, helping us form a big, huggy Cocaine Voltron. What's up, beautiful people?
I was gonna say like Huggies, it's also full of shit.
No, it's Voltron with diapers. Fuck you. Also full
of shit. Voltron shit.
Could possibly be a wee bit of cursing on the show. Fair warning.
A little bit. This isn't Wednesday after all.
What? I thought it was Wednesday.
Oh man.
Tee-hee-hee. It's me, Jill. Ha ha. Tee-hee-hee.
What have you been up to, man? Jordan, I know things are slowly. I mean, outside of just Toronto melting.
Oh, dude. Like, I mentioned earlier, I had 2 days off in the middle of the week, so like, I got nothing done. It was bad.
Mm.
Yeah, it's like 30.
You, man. Yeah, in the previous super shows, it's like, so what's it like out there? Like, I haven't been outside today. I'm like, smart.
No, like it's gotten way too hot. This little shoebox I live in has air conditioning, and so the vent is right there.
Ooh.
I'm sitting underneath it, and I'm just happy with my life right now, being not outside.
You don't have a 212 taped to the top of your head, or the back of your neck, I guess it'd be.
I want the one for the back of your neck, like Cooler Master my cool, please. Don't make me deal with the heat.
Do you think we get like a water pump, like belt attachment with a little radiator on it?
Only if it goes up my butt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly where that's going.
What's new with you, Pedro?
Power Slide came out on Steam.
Yeah, it did.
That was literally it for me yesterday. I got an email from Steam. It's like, oh, one of the games you wish listed has been released. So I click on it, it's like Power Slide's like, oh, it's only £3 too. So I bought one for me and one for my little brother. And he's like, I don't know that game. It's like, oh yeah, that game came out the year you were born.
What's wrong with you? Don't you like retro gaming? It's obscure. It's underground.
But yeah, no, it was developed by Ratbag Games, Australian development, which then got bought by Midway, which proceeded to basically do the EA thing and destroy them. Just have them work on really god-awful games, licensed games. And Power Slide was really nice because in 1998, if you wanted proper like 6-point suspension simulation, no other game did it. That was the first. So yeah.
Right on, man. What have I been doing? Again, playing with aforementioned hardware in production for the interfacing Linux thing I'm doing. I did test a 202. This like weird little Firewire interface that just apparently was sold at some point, but that's all the information the internet has for it. And like the only good thing I can say about it gets extremely warm. It's a solid metal brick. You know, it's like a big diseased bloated iPod. You could get two since you could chain them and like keep your feet warm.
Or just very, very, very sweaty.
In the summertime, yeah, you could do a sauna, maybe pour some water on it, you know, keep it on the desk. And
yeah, and the sparks.
Do you ever deal with it? Because I'm not like, it was that thin line of like, I don't trust it hot, but it was like, yeah, that's really warm. It was.
Yeah, let's take this off the synthetic carpet and like
put that on the desk. No, not the wood one, the glass one.
Yeah, no, not the Rubbermaid plastic desk because it's gonna melt through that too.
Yeah, but yeah, man, I'm tinkering around with this Motu Traveler MK1, like straight hotness out of 2009. It's got a bunch of like what?
Does it come with Wesley?
Dude, no. It's Master of the Unicorn, baby.
No, I'm thinking like the Traveler, that guy that kidnapped Wesley Crusher.
Yeah, it ate him.
Ate him.
Unicorn Masters. It's not the Wizard of the Unicorn who would.
Oh, I thought it was Unicron. Apparently, it's Unicorn. Okay.
I whatever. Go ahead.
I don't even have anything to follow that up with. It's the Steam. I am the Unicron Wizard.
Hey, I know no one heard that at home because I forgot to load a audio channel, but deal with it. You'll get it in the recording. Tell us about the rounding errors for this month.
Yes, so new Steam hardware and software survey is out, and Linux is down. Down by a significant, let's have a look, see, minus 0.03. And Linux, the share between the three OSs is at 0.88, so still very much exactly where we were. And...
Speaking of numbers, like we're starting to see the Mac numbers dwindle a bit, like those dropped from last year. It's going to be weird, like in the coming years, seeing just all the leftover Intel Macs just get retired as the thing gets smaller.
When
and
that
smaller
rolls,
and
I
smaller.
mean, you will genuinely see like, oh, if you ever wanted to see a wild bar chart, eat shit. Just. But
yeah,
I'm very curious because we saw that benchmark leak like a week or two ago with Rosetta 2 with their x86 emulation.
mm-hmm.
I don't even think I thank you, Apple. This is how we get legitimate ARM laptops. Is Apple's finally doing it. Then the rest of the industry goes, okay. And I know somebody's like, but Microsoft did it. Yeah, it's a piece of shit. We need Apple to come out so then people will put some R&D behind it.
The big problem I have with that is like Apple is going full on like bootloader lockdown, and something tells me that if Apple starts doing full on bootloader lockdown, we're going to start seeing the Windows based ARM stuff.
Oh, everybody's going to try it. And then there'll probably be the one company who's like, hey, we're not like that. And hopefully it'll be Dell or somebody, and they'll outsell everyone because you don't want to lock it like that.
It'll probably be Lenovo too, because like they're like legit shipping Fedora on laptops now. So
this is true. I mean, that could be something. I could see both arguments. Like on enterprise, you're like, yes, this is completely security chain verified end to end, versus I'd like to install something else on it.
Mm-hmm.
But check this out.
Looking at the Linux specific things, there's a couple of interesting bits, like the RX 480 is the 6.81% most widely used GPU.
The 1060 is kind of dropping off there, which I thought is a little surprising. But also you have to consider too that like the numbers drop don't actually correlate to like people using more of it, because like the Steam user base is constantly growing, so it's kind of like this lopsided growth where things are increasing at like non-standard rates. I don't know. AMD is still fighting for that 30% of the CPU market. Like they are routinely going up month after month as more people get on the Ryzen train.
Would be silly not to do it at this point, though, right?
Well, yeah, of course, but like for so long, we've just been seeing that like dominant Intel number, and it's slowly going down.
But we saw like the original Ryzen, like the 1700 series, and they're like, yeah, well, you know what? Compared to the bulldozers I had, it's like, wow, this thing actually does stuff. It's great, but it wasn't with IPC. It wasn't really there, and with the Zen Plus, the second root, but now. The 3700X, for example, it has better IPC than basically any Intel CPU. Unfortunately, Intel CPUs hit a significantly higher clock than AMD's do right now, at least for everyday use. So yeah, the IPC is better, but Intel still reigns in that single thread performance because higher clock speeds. Well, it's not all about clock speeds, Pedro. We've been over this in the 2000s. That's why we had the XP 1200, because it was 1200 megahertz equivalent.
It's not the size of your clock, it's how you use it.
It's just good to see AMD almost at 30%, and that's just going to keep going on.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So it looks like Windows and Mac aren't the only guys that are going to be having Steam support. There's an article from 9to5 Google. Apparently, due to some leaks, they are finding out that there is what is this called? Borealis, which is a familiar sounding name if you play any of the Portal games. This is the Ubuntu-based distribution for the Ubuntu-based distribution, supposedly for running Steam games on Chrome OS, which makes sense. Like Google is trying to position Chrome OS as like a legit laptop alternative. Maybe you want it to be able to play games. That's kind of been like Microsoft's like defense of Windows, like, hey, you can play games on this. Well, now you can play. You could maybe play some games on Chrome OS. But so here's my thinkum stinkum though.
Okay.
I wonder, like, if Google sees this coming, they have a bunch of Linux code for Stadia. Stadia's gonna tank, but like, hey, we have these games that you can play exclusively on Chrome OS now.
Well, if they're going to be doing that, I'm going to say they would just make you use Stadia.
Well, I mean, what's the point of having like a specialized client? I think someone knows this is the contingency, right? Stadia was predicted, or industry has been saying Stadia is probably going to tank.
We could
Google is finally
when you talk about Stadia now, I think we could go be like, "Hey, Google, what Stadia?" I'm like, what? Remember Stadia? Oh, right. Is that
you still get?
Yeah, okay.
You still get ads for it on YouTube. It's
YouTube Red, baby.
Yeah, their Twitter account has gone a bit more quiet now. They still post whenever there's like a new update for a game or there's a new game coming. They still post, but yeah, most of the Twitter, like, all of the likes and all of the retweets of people say, it's like, I'm running Stadia. It's like, yeah, that's gone.
I think Stadia is a lot like Google Plus in the way of like 6 people really, really liked it. I was one of those 6. And eventually it was like, okay, fine, whatever. They'll keep it around for 2 or 3 years. But
I mean, we got some other Stadia news later in the show. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
What I'm going to say about this is by the time you get a Chromebook powerful enough to run something more than like your basic action 2D platformer,
I don't know.
We think like a Pixel Book, because I still remember like the Pixel Book came out with an i7, like $1,200. It's like I genuinely thought about buying that for people I don't like. Well, here's a screaming laptop. Neat. Why does it only run a web browser? LGC cares.
The one thing that excites me about Steam on Chrome OS is maybe they'll actually start shipping them with decent sized onboard storage. That would be nice.
It's probably still going to be eMMC just because the eMMC modules nowadays go up to like 256 gigs. So.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Listen, Googs, as long as you just make a pop-up for this at some point that just says this cannot run OBS, quit asking the Discord, I'll be happy. It's the bane of my existence. Oh, man. We still have a permanent early access game.
We do.
Don't we, man? A19 Experimental B157 is out. What are we talking about? We're talking about 7 Days to Die. This is just how to get into it. You right click, whatever, and you can play with it, which I did. But Gang of, well, do we really want to go like new survival system, improve gamepad support? I don't know how you'd play that with gamepad.
Dynamic music. That's always nice.
Food and water bars. I love a nice water bar. A bar filled with water, HD characters, dynamic music system, loot progression, on-screen sprite system, quest improvements. Ooh.
I mean, they're working on it, right? Like,
oh no, not to give them.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm not saying they're just sitting around in early access going, hey, this money spigot's neat, but I loaded it up and I'm like, okay, let's check. Still ran like dog shit on Linux. That version has always been, all the way down from like the CPU Jordan's using for his HTPC to it runs like poop on a 1920X Threadripper with a 2060 right up until it's like, well, how does this thing proton? Oh god, there it is. All right. Yep.
It's clear to see what they're optimizing for.
I'm not sure that they've tried it, but graphically, I don't know if it's necessarily the textures have gotten better, but they've definitely done a lot more work. I tried this game like every 6 months, maybe. Lighting is a lot better too.
Yeah, I'm going through the notes now. Apparently, they added some new candies, which include Hackers, a health bar, Nerd Tats, Oh Shit Drops, Rock Busters, and Sugar Butts.
All right.
I don't know.
They just assume that people don't read the wall of text release notes that they release. All right, okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is the game I play with this podcast. It's like, let's actually read the article and see what kind of stupid shit they say.
It's still around, and it's a better love story than Rust.
Yeah, that's the thing that kind of surprised me because I went on Steam charts. It's like, okay, let's see how many players this has. It's like, oh, it has more players now, and all of 2020, it's had more players than ever before. It's like everything else, like this game, like Rust, and all of the others that came out, have been slowly declining. this one keeps picking up.
Well, even from 6 months ago, even from 6 months ago, when you launched it, it looked like a mildly polished, like I went to the Unity store and just bought a bunch of fucking assets and stuck them around the map. Now, like, oh, this is a game.
Well, so I think it occupies that spot because, like, for a while DayZ was super popular, right?
Probably still is, man.
It probably still is, but like this is one of those projects that's implementing that style of game, and that's probably why it still has like a relatively active community, is because there's still demand for this sort of game. But it's just these are the people who signed up for it. This is the hardcores, the actual fan base that purchases and plays this game, and not just like your average guy who's going to buy it and play it for about 2 hours or whatever.
Then you definitely have the swell of like that. This is the type of game that you inflict on your friends. Like, I want more people to play with me. Here, you get a copy. You get a copy. You get a copy. Then one or two of them.
No, let's all play together.
Right.
Right. But like that kind of shit is the lifeblood of these games. And if you're able to like maintain a good relationship with your community, implement new features, and like make it a thing that people are actually interested in, then you can be successful in like perpetually early access model. It's a thing.
Minecraft.
Yeah.
What's up next?
Yeah. Up next, we have the update of plenty. The update of plenty.
I don't feel like muting you, but just pretend I did, okay, Pedro?
Sorry, I had to do it. But yeah, no, this is Dead Cells, not The Witcher. This is the update of plenty. And
somebody needs to teach that boy how to make a GIF.
Yeah, you know. Unlike The Witcher, this runs on Linux too, so
it does, yeah. And if you use the Steam Compositor Plus, you can actually play it on SteamOS or any kind of SteamOS type session.
Fair question. Can we use it with the Steam controller yet?
You can now, yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, the big fulcrum of this update is very much like the early game and how it used to play versus the late game. Basically, what they're doing is they're removing the ++ and S-class weapon scrolls from the late game, and to sort of counteract that, they're also making enemies in the early game deal a bit less damage, and basically making the early game a whole lot less punishing if you make any mistakes whatsoever, because you could basically screw like a run on the little tutorial introduction sewers level if you didn't do it properly, or if you were just looking around. So yeah, I like Dead Cells. I like Dead Cells a lot, but it is very much a roguelike in that if you don't get a good weapon right at the start, just start a new run. It's just easier. Just do it.
RNG.
RNG manip. Just like don't even try. Just fucking reset until you get the OP weapon. That reminds me of like old Ultimate games like a Call of Duty. It's like, oh yeah, you could get your randomly generated stats, or you could just hack the basic code and just max out all the values.
Yeah. Just
Well,
a little god mode. Just, get out of your system. We do have one new game this week that does look very interesting.
Yes, some good black coffee. Bonfire Peaks. According to the description, climb a mysterious ruin. Let go of the past. Set fire to your belongings. So it looks like thank you. It looks like a box pushing voxel game. And the product tags, I saw a word that I wasn't familiar with, Sokoban. And so I looked this up. It's Japanese for like warehouse game, where you move boxes around. But apparently what's interesting is like Sokoban games are actually a problem for computers to solve. Like, it's p-space complete, and there's like a bunch of papers discussing like how best to solve it, just due to the number of sheer branching pathways possible. So I thought that was kind of neat. So if you're into box pushing games that are computationally complex, this might be for you. It definitely does look pretty. It's coming spoon.
Yeah. And if you want a really good example of a Sokoban mini game, think like the box pushing puzzles in Near Automata. That's it. That's literally it. But looking at the art and the way that the pixel characters are, or voxels in this case, are being drawn, it's like, oh, it's sword and sorcery with an extra dimension. It's like full 3D now.
I don't know. It kind of reminds me of the forklift game in Shenmue.
I mean, yeah, that's literally what that is.
It's the same thing.
Do you know what would terrify you though? If like from the creator of Steven's Sausage. Like, nope. I'm
Oh,
done. No, not
yeah,
that. Where you kick me in my dick?
Where you boot up the game and then your computer just outputs like a shotgun and shoots out your kneecaps.
Yeah,
It's like have fun.
Yeah. It's like figure it out.
All right. Coming up next, apparently we're Linux Stadia cast now because all we're doing is talking about Stadia games all day, every day, and the Dark Mod lives up to its name.
Okay. Hey, made it through that. Neat.
Yeah. Did we get it to 30 minutes? We were kind of dicking around for a couple of those stories.
Yeah.
We definitely probably hit 30 minutes. Let me see. Oop. Oh, I gotta change that. We are not in pre-shows and we are in intermissions and LGC web.
Doodly 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 doo.
45.4 gigabytes, so 23 minutes.
So what? It's about like 2 gigs per minute or something.
21 minutes, 10 seconds.
21 minutes. All right.
But I've also moved all the recording audio-wise. This is just like extra backup stuff now because I have 6 independent channels coming over the 10 gig fiber link. So we get the video file, and when you like bring it into Audacity, it's got 6 fucking independent tracks. It's cool, trust me. Box pushing games have been a thing since forever.
Since the first box needed to be pushed,
Man.
and a guy was bored while doing it, box pushing game was invented.
It's like I need to move all these boxes without lifting them. It's like, all right.
Boom. I keep thinking, like, this day would be an interesting day to remove people with weaponry.
Oh, it's just another pop.
Basil!
Oh, hey, Basil. Twitch won't stop showing me an alert until I share this, so there it is.
What?
It's like, oh, you subscribe to whoever the fuck, announce it on Facebook, Twitter, MeWe, whatever the fuck.
But thank you very much for the 6-month resub. Very much appreciated.
Unicron. Damn it, Scott. I'll give you an upvote for that.
Starring Orson Welles.
Master Michael.
I'll give Sugar Butts a vote.
EA thing. That'll get people to fucking watch. Like, oh,
Very
wow.
high, very high V.
HIV. It's like high C, but it's high
Okay,
V.
I need to pee. I'll be back.
Or is it like hi-fi but high-fi?
Hi-fi. Oof. What really distinguished like hi-fi audio back in the day? What was the... I know that said like hi-fi on it, but was that just like, so what's that? Oh, it's a sticker we put on the front. It's cool.
Inaudible noise and distortion in a flat frequency response within the human hearing age. That's what high fidelity apparently means, according to Wikipedia.
It meant stereo, kinda. What about Q sound?
I don't know what Q sound is.
I had that. Jurassic Park on Sega CD. It said it has Q sound. Okay, fine.
Q sound. 3D sound processing algorithm from Q Sound Labs. Alright. Oh, that's okay. A bunch of games used it. Street Fighter, Super Street Fighter, the Dolphin, the 2 arcade Dungeons and Dragons games, Tower of Doom and Shadows over Mystara. Apparently, Pulse, the Pink Floyd live album was done.
God damn it! I just realized, like, when we're looking for like time codes and shit, or how long it's up, there's an LCD readout right here in front of my fucking face.
Oh.
That would have been easier to look over. All right, my bad.
Oh, a lot of Sting albums were mixed in Q Sound.
What?
Yeah, I'm just reading the article on Robin Hood, Prince of Themes was a film mixed with Q Sound.
We need some more minute tights.
Manly men.
I was listening to Fat Man Beyond, right?
Sure.
Trivia, Blazing Saddles.
Okay.
You know they made a TV series.
Did they?
4 series. Because Mel Brooks wanted to retain the rights to Blazing Saddles, and he didn't want them to mess with it. So he put in the contract that they had to go into production and produce a made-for-TV series going, there's no way you can adapt this for television.
Mm-hmm.
So they, just like for an extra or they couldn't get the rights to the movies to make a sequel. So they went and shot 4 seasons and aired the first episode one time.
Yeah. April 4th, 1975. It got included as a DVD extra in on the 30th anniversary DVD release. Louis Gossett Jr. as Bart. I don't think he has the same charisma as Cleavon Little, though. Cleavon was a charming ass dude. It's part of why you like Bart so much. That was supposed to be Richard Pryor too.
It was?
Yeah, because what do you call it? They brought Pryor on as a writer, and he was supposed to play Bart, but they cast Cleavon Little instead. Speaking of Blazing Saddles trivia.
That's going to be one of those. You'll never appreciate why I know this, but I do. There's a ROM for Q-Sound? See, that's next level vintage shit. I got into that little rabbit hole on YouTube of the people who game on arcade boards and like all of the adapters and like attempts at standardizing the inputs and shit and what board version. Like, what?
Oh, well, yeah. Well, considering arcade board design at that point was throw everything to the wall and see what sticks. What can we get away with?
The Wild West, yes.
Yeah.
That's next level, man. You get my respect when, like, yes, I play my games on arcade boards on my desktop. Pretty impressive. Not as impressive as running Doom on a Surface Strider.
Like, I remember them talking about that in the King of Kong documentary, where it's like, it's getting harder to officially break records now because the number of like functional like Donkey Kong boards and like parts they can salvage are diminishing like really quickly. And like, well, that was the thing with like Hot Sauce Billy, right? He recorded a bunch of footage on an emulator, and that got him blacklisted from Twin Galaxies.
I think he got back in. He like sued him.
Interesting.
Yeah, he contested the lawsuit, obviously. And then the Guinness World Records said, well, there is no effective way to prove that he did cheat, that he used an emulator.
I think they did. It was in the footage. Something happened that wasn't possible on the original hardware.
No, I think his biggest issue was all of his previous records were wiped as well, like the ones that have been confirmed in public.
Right. Well, I mean, like, if you violate the rules, yeah, they can just blacklist you. It's a private It's not like there's any sort of governing body of standards regarding Donkey Kong high scores.
How dare you? It's religion.
I mean, maybe the current U.S. government has implemented something like that. I don't know. It sounds like something up their alley.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past them.
But kind of seems like a waste of money to me.
I don't know. For Billy Mitchell, he's like, that's all I have.
That's true.
Buy my hot sauce.
That is like at one point hot wife and his hot sauce brand. Yeah.
I don't know, man. There's a life tip, kids. Have a bunch of cool shit that you're good at and, make it part of your identity, but don't let one thing become like
don't let one thing define you.
Yeah.
Especially if that thing is like a marketed franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Like what? The voice actors from The Last of Us 2 are getting death threats now? It's like, what the fuck is this shit?
Welcome to the internet.
I mean, to be fair, one of them did come out and say, throw some shade at Jason Schreier after he made a tweet saying that games are too long. And Nolan North, I think it was Nolan North. I may be off. Might have been someone else. Took that as a personal affront to his work on the game.
So it's just bullshit Twitter drama that ends up in someone getting death threats.
Yeah.
Again, incredibly stupid.
Troy Baker. Yeah, it was Troy Baker, not Nolan North.
Right. The other, well, there's like Troy Baker, Nolan North, Matt Mercer, all these guys who sound the exact fucking same.
Yep.
And
that make voices for all the different games now.
Yeah.
See, that's so far beyond my barrier for like caring. Like the voice actors, like, was it a fun game? Yeah, it's fun. Oh, I like that character. That was cool. Oh, let's look up who voiced it. No.
I like picking out voice actors. I'm a fan of specific voice actors.
I will
usually, if there's a voice actor that really annoys me, I'll look it up so I'll know exactly who to look for in the future.
I will tell you my exception. If I'm like, wait, is that? Then we go to Google. But it's got to be like, I wait a minute, is that? It's like, oh, okay, no, it wasn't. Okay.
No. See, so what's great is playing Pillars of Eternity 2, where you have like 3,000 Matt Mercer voiced characters who are having conversations with each other.
Mm-hmm.
It's that scene from the Bill Dozier Batman where he's like, "Hold on, Commissioner, I have Batman on the other line. Let me connect you too." And he's just like, "Yes, Batman. Yes, Bruce Wayne. Yes, Batman. Yes,
Here's
Bruce
the real
Wayne."
thing. I'll tell you exactly what the last time that happened was Castlevania Edgelords of Darkness. It's like, is that Jean-Luc Picard? Yes, it is.
Oh, speaking of Jean-Luc Picard, Oblivion, that's a really good game that, massive world and has about 10 different voice actors, and two of them are, one of them is Jean-Luc Picard, and the other one is Ned Stark. So,
does he die?
Yes.
Good. All right.
It's Sean Bean. Come on.
There's like one movie where he doesn't die or something. It's hilarious.
I guess he doesn't technically die at the end of Silent Hill 3D, but yeah, he might as well be dead because that movie was cut off.
You know what? I want a Silent Hill movie where they just straight up just fucking do the aliens ending. It's like, haha, fuck you.
The UFO ending with the Shiba Inu.
Yeah. Just make the movie like so viscerally scary, and at the end just have like the fucking stupidest ending. I love when movies fuck with their audience. It's everyone gets so mad, but then I'm just like, you know what? Bravo! You fucking pulled me around by the dick for 2 hours, and you successfully got me to sit through the end of this movie to whatever the fuck this is. Bravo! 8-bit theater, the old webcomic did that. Where like in the 5th page or something, they completely spoil the ending, and like 11 years later, they just. When the thing happens, there's just a link to that original comic. You're like, God fucking damn it. Damn it, Brian, why did you do this?
South Park episode where they spoiled Game of Thrones, but everyone kind of just glossed over it.
Dude, so I've been rewatching 30 Rock. Because that movie came out when A Song of Ice and Fire was just a weird series of books that nerds read, there are so many Game of Thrones spoilers in that show. Just because it was from a time when no one gave a shit about Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Are we killing Sean Bean?
When are we not killing Sean Bean?
Even in the video game that he voiced the, Emperor Martin Septim, he died pretty quickly. He was only Emperor for like a couple of weeks.
That's what I would do if I got the rights to the Highlander. I would remake it and cast Sean Bean as Connor McLeod.
And he gets decapitated in the first 5 minutes.
No, he's gonna live through the entire fucking thing. And I just and then at the very end he does like a fucking Thriller dance, just like I live, bitch. Da-da,
when I get around to like recasting Highlander, I'm like, okay, Keanu, come here.
Yes.
I would do Keanu as like Ramirez, like the oldest of all the immortals, right? Like. Or Mythos from the TV show.
The TV show. See, Mythos could do his own thing. I want instead of like the Crow, Raven. That's
Highlander the Raven.
Yeah, man, I tried. I was like,
I think everyone gave it like 2-3 episodes because they're like Highlander TV show. It's schlocky, but like for what we had at the time, that was about that's about the best you could hope for.
It was good production for the time, but like Mythos, that
was a good character. Like that's the thing. The Highlander universe is just so rich. You could tell so many stories with it, and it doesn't have to be about like someone will eventually claim the prize.
Like
right?
little bits of like clever writing, even with Mythos, was like his whole thing was like, I don't fight, I'm a watcher, and until like the one time he was backed in the quarter, he just straight up jacks this badass dude. He said, I don't like to fight, doesn't mean I can't, because he was one of the horsemen.
Right, yeah, I was gonna say like, it turns out he was just like a badass immortal. He used to ride around the ancient world murking people, and he got fed up with it. I'm like, but like that sort of shit, right? You can do cool stuff with the Highlander story. It doesn't necessarily have to be about McLeod. It doesn't have to be about someone winning the tournament. It's just a good setup to like explain here are the salient points. Here are the rules of the world. Eventually there will be some conflict. So they're all killing each other. That's why our excuse for fighting.
When they meet each other, they get that tingling. It's like, all right.
Yeah, and some of them are friends and don't want to kill each other. Some of them have like rivalries that last for hundreds of years. Others are like the Kurgan, who's just like, I'm here to win the prize. I'm just gonna go around killing everyone.
Yeah.
And there's that one that spent a bunch of time alone in a desert island with nothing to eat, and he just kept dying and coming back to life and dying and coming back to life and dying and coming back to life.
That's some bullshit, isn't it? You're like, what?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's like the OG Prometheus myth, though, right? Like, you can do cool stuff like that and just like recontextualize historical events.
Well, if you're gonna die and come back to life and you're stuck on an island, motherfucker, I'm gonna start swimming the next time I come back to life and just hope.
Just hope that you float in the right direction.
Catch some wind.
Did they ever establish what happens if you just get like straight up cut in half?
Or lose a limb?
Do you have to like crawl back and like get it reattached, or like I don't know.
I think
the TV show was a bit too PG-13 for that. It's like they're getting shot and it sort of healed.
Well. So what I think what the show did is like they die, quote unquote, and then like 5 minutes later they just get up as if nothing happened. So like there's some like Wolverine-esque healing factor going on, I think.
I mean, there's like that one bit where Connor McLeod is telling someone about how they told their loved one that they had died by shooting themselves. And there was like the bullet wound just kind of like lightning.
Right. But then like, what do you call it? The Kurgan in the original film, like, part of his shtick was like someone almost cut off his head.
Well, they even referenced that during the series because there was one character that had like something on his neck to keep it together.
Yeah, like it was the same deal with the Kurgan, right? Like you could see the Frankenstein stitching. Someone gave him the old BJ Blazkowicz.
I'm just killing some time waiting for the freedom to tone down just a little bit.
I don't know. I'm cool doing like Linux Highlander casts.
We just go back and do a complete rewatch.
I was a big fan of Petros from the TV show.
Oh dude, that's a Patreon goal. We have to do a full rewatch of Highlander the Raven. We just gotta sit
That's
down and
Mortal
fucking
Kombat, but close enough.
Yeah, Highlander, the Raiden, you know.
the Raiden.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Safety pins. Yeah.
dude, what?
See, what
Honestly,
what I want is like we just play it straight with some regular Highlander shit, but then we just bring some like Highlander 2 canon up in there and space aliens and spaceships and shit.
And Ramirez comes back to life.
Why not? Fuck it.
Remember, Highlander, back to the planet Zeist.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like Lambert is a good actor. I like him and stuff.
Ah.
And the first Mortal Kombat movie actually wasn't terrible. Yeah, the CG
No,
was bad, but
it was
then
a
again,
thing
all
for
of the
its time.
CG was bad.
Yeah,
back then.
It was a
It
good
was- yeah.
action movie.
Yeah, and Goro was practical.
Yeah.
Even though
But yeah,
we
no,
were
the
playing,
the first Mortal Kombat movie was all right. The second one was,
Yeah, well.
Too bad you will die. That's my favorite line from that fucking movie. I'm like,
Okay.
and- oh,
well,
oh,
then you
oh,
gotta you see, you do have to blame Mortal Kombat's one success on the fact that we got a Street Fighter movie.
which honestly, like, the Street Fighter movie isn't bad. Like,
That
if you
was
just
the
watch,
only movie that was so bad it killed one of the cast members.
like, honestly, if you watch Street Fighter and you keep the mindset of like watching an episode of the '60s Batman, it's actually not bad. It's just goofy. It's not the worst thing in the
The
world.
Batman was meant to be campy as fuck. Street Fighter? I don't think it was.
Street Fighter's pretty. The entire concept is pretty campy, all things considered. Like, I think people ascribe a lot more seriousness to Street Fighter than it wants or deserves.
It's serious stuff.
I think they were trying a little too hard, especially with like the Blanca backstory. It's like, no, now you're just trying too hard. No.
Oh
No, well,
like
but
Raul?
that's his actual story, right? Like,
Dude, like he was the only. He didn't even make the movie watchable. But if there was one saving grace, yeah, it was his performance, and he just did it for his kids.
oh yeah, dude. No, Raul Julia as M. Bison is inspired. The level of scenery chewing is just so good. I like Jean-Claude Van Damme in that too, just because like, oh, look at me, I'm Jean-Claude Van Damme. I'm gonna do the splits and like.
It's like I'm. I
You know
forget
who would've
the
been better
fighter's
doing
name
the
that he was
splits?
playing. Guile.
James Brown.
I would watch James Brown as Guile in a Street Fighter movie.
yeah,
Holy
I
shit.
All right, we just got to roll with it.
All right. Oh man, yeah, get JCVD in a Highlander remake. No, yeah, because what you could do is you could have like the team of bad guys played by like JCVD, Steven Seagal, and like I don't know,
Jason Statham.
Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah. oh, when I was looking into that Guy Ritchie thing, Guy Ritchie is doing another Jason Statham movie next year apparently.
Fucking course he is. I mean, I'm surprised he can afford Statham at this point, but all right.
I mean, like, I would imagine they're old friends, so they're just like, yeah, I'll be in your fucking movie. I'll work for scale. I don't think Statham needs that much money.
You know, that's a movie I'll defend right there. The first Expendables is like, yeah, it's a great little popcorn movie.
Never watched it.
It's an 80s action movie, man, and
Yeah.
it talking about something
It's
intentionally
like
being campy. They meant for that.
Full-on B action movie, yeah.
All right, let's do it. Explosions. Ho!
Explosions in my pants.
Too hot for Twitch. No.
A little bit. Okay.
You just get to hear about them.
Blam blam.
That's my booty going pop pop.
Okay. Let's pull that down and yeah.
America.
Yeah, dun. Come on and get in the civil balls.
So lick my ass and suck on my balls, America.
America.
All right, let's do it. I'm going to keep myself muted for the intro, so we don't have
popcorn. Yep.
And we're back, avoiding the popping of corn that's currently happening over in LGC Actual, but chances are, if you're watching us live, you've heard plenty of that yourself, or maybe you'd like to know when this is happening. Well, we have a website. It's called linuxgamecast.com. There's a schedule, and right next to the schedule button, I don't actually remember if it's right.
Is there a popcorn button?
Dude, take all these bullets for that. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. It's tripping the noise gate too, man. They've spent some money around here. Our schedule is also on the Twitch page.
Nice.
It is. And if after watching some of this, maybe you've consumed your own popcorn because you want to see where the train like ultimately crashes. You might look beyond the popcorn button on our website to the support button. What?
How do you follow the trail of a train?
You follow the tracks.
Fair point.
Yeah. There you go. All right, that tracks. So does going to the support button on our website, linuxgamecast.com. We got Bitcoin if you want to support us there. We got Amazon wishlist. We got LibrePay. We got PayPal. All sorts of good ways to support us. Yeah, if you buy stuff on the wishlist, you get on the fancy wall behind Ven. It's true. We got a store as well. T-shirts, whatnot, coffee mugs. I need to get myself an LGC coffee mug. Also, because I only have 2 mugs.
Yeah,
I'm tired of cleaning.
Right.
I'm tired of cleaning them every 2 days. Best way to support us though, head on over to patreon.com/linuxgamecast. You can get in for as low as $1 a week until Patreon changes their charging scheme, and then we'll reconsider. But until then, $1 a week gets you access to stuff like our Discord channel, where you can hang out with us the other 6 days of the week.
I'm so happy I exploded.
Yeah. Yay! Explosions in my nipples.
Happy.
Yeah.
Boom, boom.
If you're in our Discord channel on Saturdays, you can show up at 7:30 and listen to us talk about. I don't know, what were we talking about this week? Cooking nuns.
All I'm
cooking
going to
nuns.
I would generally say we go places in the pretty super shows. And up to there's even a video version if you want to watch the live. While we're doing it or after the fact, it's going to be in a podcast form. We try to dance for our dollars, and we do the best job we can. And
indeed,
Discord. Speaking of Discord, I think I have it figured out. If you were a Twitch sub, you can get into general disarrays now.
Nice.
I'm not 100% on everything working. I'm still fair. No one sign up as a sub to be like, I'm just doing this because I'm watching it right now. I'm like, if you screw up anything.
We should just get Exalty to try it. Like, he's the guy who's been asking for it. So.
Yeah, he just keeps going around giving people subs. So
yeah, so let's get him to do that. Also, we have show notes. Being a Patreon gets you access to the show notes. You can, see the show congeal throughout the week and maybe make some suggestions, make some corrections, provide some alternative insight. The floodgates are open, so
do try to throw stuff up occasionally, like a little preview. I'm like, hey, what do you think of this before I go live with it? Things like this Phonic Firefly that I'm playing around with. That went up last
Are you cooked
Monday.
on phonics?
No, you could almost cook on those phonics though. Blam.
All right.
That's my firework impression. Blam.
But did they lie to you?
Again to say, dude, it's a thing. It's kind of brilliant. We got to get into it though, kids.
All right. Cyberpunk. It's coming to Windows 7, I guess.
10.
Also 7.
I think only WoW works with DX12
that
on
was
Windows
there
7.
Was one little hack. What is this bull?
Yeah.
I can't click letter. Yeah, I'm so excited I'm exploding again. Cyberpunk 2077. It's DirectX 12 exclusive for the PC, which the reason we want to bring this up is this game's going to overhyped to such an extent, it's not going to be able to live up to anything. B, you get a little curious, like, wait a minute, isn't this going to come to Stadia, so they're going to do a Vulkan render? It's like, absolutely. And it's going to be DX12 for PC? Absolutely. Why? Money. That's why.
Well, yeah, they go and they're like, oh, well, we want to support Windows 7 too, so we're testing it on the Windows 7 DirectX 12. No mention Windows 8, by the way. Like, if you're still on Windows 8 for whatever reason, hey, you should upgrade to 10 because then you at least get security patches.
That's straight up the fucking ME for the modern generation. And Microsoft's like, didn't exist, didn't happen.
Yeah.
Well, it's one of those things where like Vista, if you toughed it out and you got to like the last Service Pack, it was basically on the same level as Windows 7. But
well, you got to think about it, man. I mean, you're going to be doing Vulkan for Stadia. The only places you're going to be seeing DX12 is on
Series X,
Windows 10, and the Xbox X1 X, Series X5, whatever. You're not going to see that on the PlayStation. You're not going to see that on the Switch. I mean, it's kind of a dick move. Like, hey, we're thinking about maybe doing this rendering and shit like that, and Microsoft's like, yo, hey, how about
Australian Penguin
Yeah. I mean, it's really hard to beat Visual Studio actually doing your work for you. So
yeah,
I will say the saving grace, though, even in its current state right now, DXVK can tango with DX12.
Yeah, the DX
VK 3D.
VK D3D. Yeah. And well, we got some news regarding that a little bit later as well.
Man, hey, you know what? When he's not busy trying to install Doom on his Surface Pro, he takes a break and releases a new version of Lutris.
Yeah, that was actually very much in between all of the attempts to run Doom on Surface. He announced just like, oh yeah, version 0.57 is now available for Lutris. Yes. So according to Strider, he's using Mason and Ninja to build translation files. About time. There's also Mess. The Mess runner gets the boot in favor of MAME, which is just a good idea all around.
Would you say that Mess gets cleaned out?
Oh yeah, that mess got properly cleaned. And RPCS 3 got a new no GUI option, so you could just launch a game instead of having to see the RPCS 3 window, like the full GUI, show up and then the game launching. Now we could just get into the game properly through Lutris, which is nice. And apparently Gallium 9 and Dixfix weren't big fans of each other. That's been fixed now too, so that's nice.
Indeed. There's also a fix. Apparently telling RAD-V to zero out video memory before a game launches actually substantially improves performance with DirectX 12 titles running through VKD3D. So, I mean, progress. It's getting better. Strider's got to get ready for Cyberpunk, right? Like, that's the only way you're going to be able to play it on the Linuxes if you don't want to play it in Chrome.
Yep.
Oh. Good work, Fridgie. You know, that's awesome, and it's out there. Go play with it, and it's a good alternative to Proton, especially for your GOG stuff.
For your GOG stuff, for your emulator stuff, name.
When you got to GOG the GOG.
Or like a Battle.net too.
Yeah.
The Overwatch and Hearthstone, much easier through Lutris.
Indeed. But let's get back to some native Linuxy goodness.
Indeed. So we finally discover the end result of Epic's big old middle finger to Unity. This is the result of the $25,000 check that Tim cut the Godot guys. So they have something called SDGFI, which is SPF based real time global illumination. It's basically a fairly sophisticated lighting system for that can be done efficiently on GPU or even like mid-range CPU from a few years ago. And like, it's really cool to see Godot's 3D stuff starting to come together, because I know for a while we're all like, Godot's a 2D engine, this is their first crack at doing a 3D thing, but like, there's real progress being made.
This
Vulkan's
is like
being actively
super
supported.
hot, but with trees.
Yeah, it doesn't require ray tracing at all.
It doesn't require textures either.
I mean, textures come later, right? This is just showing off the lighting.
There's your textures. Shut up.
Wait, don't you have to push the cart into that at the beginning of Half-Life?
Pretty much.
And then
hey, look, it's that level from Near Automatic Tomato.
Yeah, like that entire section of level.
Or Dark Souls. Blank space fill in.
It's not
Code
Dark
Vein.
Souls, it's just dark.
The cathedral.
How does it work? We'll write an article about it soon. Stay tuned, fuckos.
Yeah, pretty much. They did put 2 videos there, but yeah, no, that second picture that they have in the article, I'm pretty sure I've been on that street because that looks very Cambridgey. But the global illumination on that one is like, oh, that looks really good. And then I kept looking at that picture. It's like, wait a second. There's no ambient occlusion anywhere on that picture. That looks really good with no ambient occlusion. That's impressive. Does a good job.
hey man, Epic money spends. That's the one thing it definitely does do.
Hedge them bets, Tim. Hedge them bets. Okay. Check this out. This is a straight up blast from the past. You probably forgot it existed. PC Gamer Game of the Year from 2019.
1492, Columbus sailed the Dark Mod.
Dark Mod 2.08. It is out. We're proud to announce the release of the Dark Mod. It's a 64-bit migration. It's now available. TDM, Eye Candy Crowd. There's Bloom, 64-bit color, and SSAO. This is nice. I'm down with it. Now, to be correct, I mean, Dark Mod's basically Thief, right? Done on the Doom engine.
Doom 3, yep.
Doom 3 engine.
These are the only psychopaths that really tangoed with that mess. Everyone else looked at that source and went, nah. Here's my thing. Dark Mod 2.8. I want to try. You download a little downloader, then it downloads all the assets from genuinely around the world. Around the world, man. It was hitting mirrors. I don't think it missed a continent. But it can eat a bag of dicks because it lived up to its name, gentlemen. A little bit too much. Because upon launching, not 1, not 2, but 3 monitors fade to black. And by fade to black, I mean just gone.
Lost the will to live. Simply nothing more to give.
Not there. There's nothing anymore.
Nothing more for you.
If you manage to nuke all 3 displays, it's like, oh, I know this game. I know. Yeah, you know what? Okay, control Alt F1. Yep, kill, top. Okay, control F7. And I uninstalled the fucking game because it's 2020.
Yeah, that used to be a very SDL 1.2 type of thing, but I seem to remember that we talked about them changing to SDL 2, so why are they still trying to force a full screen OpenGL context?
Haven't they even fixed it in the Doom 3 engine now? To where if you play Doom.
Yeah, with Doom, you can just straight up launch it in full screen mode and it goes, oh, okay, you want to launch it full screen here. And it does, and it leaves all the other monitors alone because that's SDL2. That's how it's supposed to do it.
Thus.
It's the dark old days. The Dark Mod, full of dark old days. There's always been something with this game, be it performance or nuking the monitor, that it's like, you know what? No. One day, it'll happen. Me and you. But it will not be this day. You know?
The problem I have with the Dark Mod is that it's always interesting to see its progress. It was kind of neat seeing it go from a mod to a total conversion. But at the end of the day, I don't like Thief as a game. So I can be enamored with its development process. But it's like, hey Jordan, do you want to play this game? Not really. No.
You got to be that mindset. I mean, it reminds me of Shodan.
Yeah. Or any of these other 3D stealth games.
Which I managed to get incredibly far in Shodan without realizing I could hide the bodies.
That was impressive. Yeah.
I do stuff like that.
See, what happens with me in stealth games is Murder Bush. If you've seen my Aragami playthrough with Sandy, fucking Murder Bush.
Murder Bush gets shit done. But let's talk about something that wishful thinking. Would that be a good title?
I mean, I'm excited for Missile Command. You guys.
Is another title.
Pew, pew, pew. You can hear all the missiles. Wait.
Optimized for the Atari VCS. So all right. So we've been routinely shitting on the Atari VCS because we're all pretty sure, even if it does come out, it's not going to be successful at all. But apparently, according to Bleeding Cool, the links to all this stuff in our show notes, they have updated Missile Command for the modern era, and by that I mean it doesn't just let the missiles land and vaporize us so that we don't have to live in this reality anymore. No, it just gets a shiny neon coat. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Tetris Effect. So I mean, the arcade classic returns, get hype. It doesn't really do it. It's fucking Missile Command. Sure, it looks nice, but that's not hard to do these days, especially on the embedded Ryzen thing.
Well, one of the things I'm definitely going to say with this, I mean, it's definitely not like vector graphics or. I mean, it has that illusion, but they spend a lot more time with the animations than they do showing the game.
Indeed. So even if they do have it, right? Like I don't know. Maybe that's it. Hey guys, we have a game. This is totally real. Yeah, because like I put in the show notes, Missile Command. You know, that game that everyone loves and finally gets that desperately needed breath of life. Right? People have just been clamoring. I need new Missile Commands.
I think one of the things I saw with this, hey, it's good to see something. You know, I've said it again, and I'll say it every time we talk about it. I hope it ships to the people who backed it. I hope you get something. I genuinely do. But I'm also a realist. And to be fair, it does look like something I think they will be able to ship, and it'll be able to play that. I'm not too sure about Borderlands 2, because...
Yeah, that's the thing, because Missile Command is not exactly what I'm looking forward to in the Atari VCS. In fact, it was very much that video of it running Borderlands 2.
That's because your punk ass only plays Pac-Man. I'm like, come on, let's just try what it takes. And you're like, get that shit out of here.
But like, this is the problem with like the core conceit of the VCS is no one gives a shit about old Atari games.
Yeah, they do.
Like,
Yeah.
Asteroids you can play it in a browser. Yeah, fucking send me hate mail about your diehard love for ET for the Atari 2600. We need the HD reboot of that. Custer's Revenge. Let's
Oh
let's just
god,
pull
3D ET for the Atari. Yes, please. Oh god,
with-
do it.
with loot boxes.
Here's
With
the
loot
problem.
boxes.
Here's the problem. If you throw like a remake of ET and it's just as bad, I'm like, I kind of want to play that.
Yeah, that deserves to be played.
But that's the thing. That is something that is like interesting that the Atari VCS could do. Here's this notoriously awful game.
You think
Here's a
about it,
modern
like,
remake
it could
of
come in
it.
a box like with some dirt in it and some other refuse. We have to take it out,
Yes.
pretend like you're taking it off. It'd be awesome, man.
Yeah, dude.
Straight up
Mark-
landfill.
No, dude, it's a game within a game where the main plot is you need to track down the old Atari carts because you need to finish the original game, but each cartridge only has a fraction of the game, so you keep digging through the desert to try and find these carts so you can 100% the game.
Hey, more on that in the game section. Boom.
Yeah.
Yes. This is Search and Rescue 2, which is an open source helicopter and plane simulator for Linux and OS X, apparently. It's mostly focused on like the rescue helicopters and
Can you
airplanes,
drop it
obviously.
on them? Squid?
I'm sure you can, yes.
Can you just like cut thrust and drop the helicopter on the people?
Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking about spinning it and crashing it upside down because we're all horrible people.
I'm pretty sure that, yes, you can do those things, but yeah, no. Clearly,
It's
this
the
was
Batcopter.
designed
Right.
as just like a teeny tiny little simulator to see if you could.
That,
And
when do you
the,
do search and rescue at an F-22? Of course, that thing can fly, but
You can definitely do search in an F-22. Not so much
Yes,
rescue, but definitely search.
searching, absolutely. Rescuing, not. But yeah, this current version, they are basically introducing OS X support, which seems to be a little odd. Because, you know, at this particular point in time, it seems a little odd to introduce anything relating to OS X after Apple announced that they're completely changing their architecture.
shut up. Rosetta 2 is going to make it all work on day one. You
yeah,
hate her.
because Rosetta 1 was such a great idea. Or
I
a great
mean,
implementation, as it were.
I can kind of see why they would. If they're doing this all in STL, then like exporting to Mac is relatively trivial. So
Yes. And it is using SEL2, which is really nice for joysticks and pedals and whatnot. Basically,
Oh
if you
my.
have a flight sim setup, here's a game for you. Chances are you're probably looking for something else.
But you do have to overcome the crux of rescuing the people as opposed to... See, I want some goat simulator
Just
people.
plowing into them.
no.
the siege.
Can you just like go to and from the horizon just to give them false hope? Is there like a false hope meter that you can like max out?
Oh,
It's gonna land this time. I
meter.
swear.
Like, hey,
does it
here
have
we
like a
go.
little like close up of the little characters at the bottom and you try to make them cry?
No. You see if you can get it to the point where they start eating each other to see who's gonna. Oh, see, this is why we shouldn't be in charge of making search and
Free game
rescue
design.
games.
Come on.
Man.
Zatakax.
Zack attacks, Zatakax.
Zatakax.
Zatacax.
I don't
Yeah,
know,
it's light cycles. It's Tron light cycles.
It's 10 years old, man. It's 1.0.
It
We can
is.
review it.
It is, absolutely. We could totally do that. The big features here is now you can explode on death. Like there's particle effects now, and when you die, it shoots the particles.
Yeah, that
Also-
seems to be like the entire 1.0 is just particle effects. 1.0.
No, because they did fix the score cap overflow bug. So if you got too high a score, it would bump you down to like negative 4 million whatever. But like, yeah. I don't know. They also ditched the switcheroo.
I don't know how they
apparently...
got to that, but maybe it was like a 16-bit int, and it was actually a really tiny number for the score.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe finally people are playing this game and like, oh, hey, someone actually got a score that causes the integer overflow.
I had to throw it in simply because a decade for an open source project, still making updates, got that point release. That's something you rarely see, Super Docs Card. Wait, they finally did it. Never mind. I take that back. The explosions have corrupted my brain mates.
Indeed.
But something I probably should be using, then you wouldn't be hearing all the freedom coming out is, what did we decide on, Pedro? Cadmus?
Cadmus, yeah.
Cadmus, yes.
Cadmus is a graphical application which allows you to remove background noise from audio in real time in any communication app. Yeah, but it works with Pulse Audio, and what they've done is made it like RTX voice in the sense that Pedro could install it.
Yes, there's an app image and a deb file and even an AUR package build. So there you go.
Thank you for stealing my shtick, Pedro.
Installation thing, man. You got to look at this because we use real-time active noise can. There's a big monitor over here with all kind of crazy stuff going on. But then you got to set up jack, you got to have the interface, you got to have the IP audio, then all this other stuff. This Pedro is pretty much like double click and is that button, because I made a video just for fun a couple of months ago about just using noise cancellation, and almost all the comments were, you gotta do more than push a button.
You actually needed to set it up.
So now you
is
can just
very
push
much
button.
a one-click install because it is, and then you start it, and a little icon shows up in your system tray, and you just click on it. It's like enable noise suppression, and you pick which input you would like to apply the noise suppression to, and magic happens.
Output's still noisy, but hey, man, this I try it out. Try it out. This is the reason I will like say go try this out, because this is trained on the same neural net as what I use.
Yeah.
It's just like a nicer front end. Just what we need is that.
Sure.
Hey, I can click button, it do thing.
Yeah, getting accessibility for like these sorts of audio tools and like techniques is it's useful. People will use them now.
One-click GUI is nice.
That's like the big thing in the security field with encryption. It's like, oh yeah, you can do X, Y, and Z to get all your stuff encrypted, but if it's not, press the button and encryption happens, no one's gonna fucking do it.
Come on, no RPM. You've been running Fedora long enough to be used to that.
Yeah. It has there's an app image. You can just run it out of that. Like,
no,
who fucking cares?
No, I need something with a store and dependency resolution. That's happened. It's silly. Get that shit out of here.
I mean, sure. You can also just build different. If you want to set up your own copy repo, you absolutely can. There's a lot of handy articles on how to do that. Coming up next, something ate my alien and also stole all my jet fuel, ostensibly to melt some steel beams. I don't know.
Hashtag Melmac.
Galgamac.
Melmac,
Marklar.
you monster.
Goddamn alien bastards keep shooting down my ride.
I tried to do a little of that in the unboxing with a tutor who's like, hearing. I was like, ugh, and I feel dirty doing that. True story.
Happened to a friend of mine.
Well, he knew a friend of a friend that happened.
Vote.linuxgamecast.com. Vote on some fucking show titles.
How dare you?
Unicron is still in the lead.
Fix Chromium, Debbie, and I don't know what you did to this build.
Give Master my cool please a butt.
Let me go check. Give me a second. VOT. E.
False hope meter. Also give that a vote.
So Zoe none. Very
I think
high vibe.
Unicron's gonna win.
It might.
Yeah.
It might.
Oh, come on,
Sugar
come on, sugar butts or false hope meter. I'm rooting for that.
FHM, baby.
Yeah, FHM on.
FHM. That was like the first thing I learned, man. I was like, if you've been dealing with like Red Hat, like adapting other guides and then on into Fedora, that's just part of your life. You know how to do that. I'm like, okay, yeah. It just, you don't even think about it. You never expect RPMs.
It's always nice when they're there. It's
yeah.
like,
You're like, ooh, neat.
Yeah.
Or Copper Repo. Yeah.
Which was something that I thought was very interesting. It's like Mango HUD and VK Basalt.
We need VKD's nuts.
Basalt. But yeah, like those two, no debs whatsoever. And there's not even instructions for building it on the Ubuntus or Debians. But there's RPMs. There's AURs. I see where this is going.
I need to copy audio. Copy.
audio.
There. Now we have copy there. Now we have audio.
Every
there.
time I hope that dude gets like clocked by the chair.
Isn't that Bill Nye?
I
No,
don't think that's.
It looks like Bill Nye.
that was like some random dude on YouTube. He's like, fuck it. I juggle chairs after setting them on fire. I'm like,
Jungle
my
burning
man,
shares.
we can hang out. We can go get a drink. I think the backstory was he originally did it to embarrass his daughter. Task failed successfully, so. Because that went viral. Did you spill something?
Me?
No? Pedro?
No, I'm just rubbing my hand against the top of my work laptop and I feel some dust, so I'm scrubbing.
Goddamn dust whisperer over here.
Actually, the little filter that I put in the hole that I cut out in front of my case, it's doing its job. It's been there for, what, a week now? And there's already
It's
a
being a
layer
hole?
of dust on it. It's like, huh.
I am
about
surprised
that?
by the lack of dust, especially in the Threadbooper, because it's got the bottom mount power supply where it's sucking it straight up, and it's, you know, it's got that filter in the back
Yeah.
under the bottom. Every time I pull that thing out, I'm like, yeah, it's clean. Just put it back in. The front one's got all kind of shit on it, man.
I guess you don't walk around barefoot all that much.
We've been over this. Hippie. '60s are over. You lost. Put some shoes on.
I'm wearing these. Just flip-flops.
Right.
Okay, I need to pee. I'll be back.
All right, you do that, and I'll give me something to drink. I'll get more coolant. Oh,
More coolant.
it's straight up
Just gonna drink
coolant at this point.
Gotta drink some antifreeze.
It's gonna be cold. We'll start getting in. It starts getting warm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you see, I'm smart though. I wear a polyester shirt that doesn't breathe. Mm-hmm. To keep the heat out. Can't get through.
And latex underwear just to make sure everything stews.
Man, I got on running shorts, so yeah, and the polyester too. Let's see what the action figures are up to this week. Oh, it's
Are
getting
they
knifed.
kissing?
No, it's getting knifed in the back there. I think.
I don't know. It kind of looks like they're kissing, but it's not very well lit.
Well, I see the knife. I don't know how kissing is done in Canada. But
Where's the knife? I'm not seeing it.
I think it's right here. God damn it. All right, to the filters. we can we can zoom in and enhance.
I think we need some zoom in and enhance.
Let's get a color correction on that. And okay, gamma.
Look, it looks like he's giving the mannequin a handy.
Yeah, it does. All right, I take that back.
Yeah, right? Like...
Yeah, possibly. Well, this is it's the Dark Souls leaning back, so... Where'd the sword go? Oh, the sword's on the floor, so they've already laid down the swords.
Yeah, they're just making out, and like... Dark Souls man is sticking a hand down there. He's trying to escalate things. I don't know. We got to tune in next week to see if they're both like lying on top of each other.
Yeah, I can't really do much more than that. So
yeah,
I think Nori's still up.
Yeah, I think Nori's like, "Where's my handy?"
All right, let's get this resized carefully.
Sure.
Listen, kids, I can jack that audio up too, so be careful. Dueling swords leads to handyman. Oh, do not look up handyman. That living colors skit. Ooh, did not age.
Do not look up sword fighting handyman, because that will take you to something entirely unrelated.
Possibly. Man, I'm still waiting to play BioShock Infinite.
Have you given it a shot on a newer version of Proton?
Maybe like a month or two ago. I flat out drew that line in the sand. I'm not playing it with
Eon.
Same thing with Witcher 2. I didn't play that until it started running on Proton. Outside of like what we played to review it, and that was basically just it crashing to the fucking desktop.
Oh yeah. It doesn't play nice with pre-link. Crash. Like, well, it was like $5 though, so.
Right. I was tempted to pick up the Witcher 1 remastered, but like I think I'm good. I think I got the story down after beating the second and third one.
Well, that and like the Witcher 1 is like straight up a Neverwinter Nights RPG, so.
Yeah.
It's much different than 2 and 3.
And this all boils down to Netflix, because Netflix got me curious, because I didn't know shit about The Witcher.
Right.
All right, I want this to make more sense. It seems like it's an interesting universe you have there, Netflix.
Yeah. But supposedly with the timeline of all the stuff, the games happen after the books.
A very helpful thing, somebody did a timeline cut of the Witcher series on Netflix. Not that I have a problem following it, but it was like, okay, watching that stage, not the entire episode, but like, here's what happens in order. I'm like, got it.
Yeah, they're like it's not immediately obvious. Like I think by the second episode, they're like, okay, no, these are all taking place in different time. So I watched The Witcher a second time. I'm like, now with that in mind, now some stuff in the first episode is starting to make a little bit more sense.
God damn it. Now we got the light on. Looks like they're hugging.
Like clearly, Dark Souls guy is like fingering or giving Robacks. Yeah,
maybe just rubbing on the thigh a little bit.
I mean, reach around. You got to go like around the butt, right? So
their face on like it could be not Dark Souls characters. It's like hammered.
Maybe.
You ever had that person on you? You're like, oh, okay, we got to help you find a place to sit down.
Well, yeah, but I can just like fireman carry them to like. That's usually what ends up happening. Is like, upsie daisy.
That's a good way to get thrown up on.
I mean, my back will get thrown up on, but I'll be. It will bother me less if I don't have to look at it.
I'm just saying, man. I picked up a couple of life hacks working security. Thanks, Turbo Mom. What? I'm gonna break it. Oh my God, he's going for a solid 10 minutes.
Maybe he's taking a crap.
No. He was in there doing some pillow talk with Nori.
Maybe he's taking a crap on Nori. I don't know anything about their relationship. I'm not gonna.
Could just be like one of those breaks. Oh, a limiter on that? I do not. Fine. Nobody's really tapping the limiter tonight. That's good. We have delays. That worked. I wasn't curious. Well, the delays would have worked when we did the Steam update of the week if I'd had the audio loaded. Oh shit! Let's keep going. Now we have audio on this. I'm doing shit I should have done. There we go. Now we have audio. So, girlfriend, what's going on with his Dark Souls characters this week?
It looks like he's giving him a
They're
handy.
kissing.
Okay.
They're finally kissing.
What's up, like with a hand job kissing? Or,
listen, man. Sometimes
kissing.
I mean, what you've never got kissed while getting a hand job?
I mean, what is the sound of one hand job kissing?
It sounds like when you stick your hand in a jar of mayonnaise and just start rapidly making a fist and releasing it.
Pedro, look at the return video. Can you not see how that looks like? Got a little reach under that.
I see. All right.
Yeah. Right.
Like we're making shit up, man.
No.
No.
It's fine. It's fine the way it is.
Pedro,
it's fine the way it is.
You and fuck you, revisionist history. No.
No. Dark Souls man was giving that doll a hand job,
Yes,
and it's
totally.
fine.
We have video
That's fine.
evidence.
That can be canon. I don't mind.
All right, my turn. I'll be back.
Your turn to get a hand job. A self-inflicted hand job, am I right?
Yeah, I couldn't get, that hand around the waist of the drawing mannequin, so...
No, dude, it's great. He's straight up giving that guy. He's straight up giving Dolly a handy. That's fine. You ever see people in public walking around with like their hands in their partner's clothing? I was pushing shopping carts at a Costco once, and like there was a dude walking out of there with his arm like elbow deep in his girlfriend's pants. Like, what are you looking for gold?
Some people just can't keep it in their own pants. They need to put it in someone else's.
I mean that's most people. They want to put it in other people's pants.
Yes, everyone wants to put it in other people's pants.
Not
people
every
who like sex. Yeah.
not everyone, but most.
Yes. Not everyone likes sex, but yeah, most people do. And yeah, it's yeah.
And listen, like I'm kind of meh on
those
public
people sex offenders. The ones who can't help themselves. Yeah.
Well, so like that's the thing though, is like you could like be drunk urinating in public just because like you can't hold it in anymore, and that can get you a sex offender charge.
That's stupid.
Well, I mean this is the problem with like letter of the law versus spirit of the law, right? You pulled your dick out in public. Yes, there are understandable circumstances behind that, but the rule says don't pull your dick out in public.
Or, hide yourself behind a shrub, so even if someone does bring that up against you, it's like, I deliberately went out of sight, so that person clearly followed me and was
That
after.
shrub was 8 years old, you sexual predator.
The shrub isn't, accountable in court, unfortunately.
Well, that's not what the shrub's lawyer says. I think this is just
Max
some
Shrubbertson, attorney at law.
Well, no, the lawyer's a human. He's just representing a shrub. The guy's name is Max Bush. Thank you very much.
The guy who crapped on the floor at a local Walmart. Two of us patrolling the department at the time. It was quite impressive. Look, if people gotta go, they will go.
Dude, I almost shit on the floor of a place once. Cause like you know that point in holding it in where it just becomes like physically painful? Yep. And your body is like, dude, you need to quit doing this. Because like red
this
alert
needs to get out now.
Yeah, so I'm bargaining. I'm trying to bargain with this cashier. I'm like, dude, I need the key to the bathroom. Like, I get it. You need to buy something, but I'm gonna straight up vacate my bowels on your floor if you do not give me access to a toilet right away. This is not a matter of if. This is a matter of when at this point.
So did you luck up and run into a cashier that wasn't you? And be like, go ahead.
No, so my roommate came in. Apparently the cashier and the roommate were friends, and that's what got me into the bathroom.
It's because if you would have hit me with that, if I was working, I'd get my camera out. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I'm like...
There's actually a video of some dude just like leaning against like a till and just letting it drip down his leg and then sort of trying to kick it.
Did you ever see that video of that guy who got
walk that off, man? People will know.
You ever saw that video of that guy who got so mad he just shit in his hand and threw it at that person?
I read the news about some lady who got so annoyed at a McDonald's person that just got up on the counter and took a dump right there.
I mean, that's how my old cat used to protest. If she didn't like something, she'd just like take a shit in the middle of the floor. To be fair, against the point across, clearly you're upset because you took a shit on the floor.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Take a shit on the floor. It's time to get swifty in here.
Swifty.
Oh, but then if it doesn't win, does it mean it actually won?
We all win down here.
That's not a very swifty way to approach a problem.
But unspecified error, the best error.
Take off your pants and your panties.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jerkquisition is coming to you in, as soon as I hit the ASCII penis. 3, 2.
Eek! Something ate my alien!
That was a short video.
Right.
Yeah, that started where you left it.
Damn it. Well, too bad. Deal with it.
Deal with the black screen, people. Something ate our video intro, too. It's the Jerkquisition. We're taking a look at Something Ate My Alien, developed by Rocabium Games, done on the Unity engine. You can pick it up for about $17 US. What is it? Sama, not Soma, is a hand-painted digging and puzzle adventure game where you take the role of a mining ship and the little alien blob crew hijacked by a pirate ship run by an artificial intelligence. Your aliens have to dig, fight, and puzzle their way through subterranean worlds, fulfilling the ransom demand. Yeah. Can you do it?
Can you dig it?
This is why you take backups, so that you don't fall victim to ransomware. The devs did send him some keys for this, so thanks a lot, Rocabium Games, or your publisher. Let's get into it.
No, it was Rob from Rocabium.
It was Rob from it wasn't Rock from Robamium.
Rod, you're awesome. Don't let anyone tell you differently, man. So how did it run over here in Debian land, man? Well, what am I running it on, you ask? A 1920X Threadripper 32 gigs of RAM, SSD NVMe 2060. You would assume it could power its way through this graphical juggernaut, which it did, but controls. So I shit you not, my go-to is my old trusty X-Clone controller. Picked it up. I'm like, oh, look, the menus are moving. Why am I getting circles and triangles and shit for button presses? All right. You know what? Fuck you. I'm just going to get out the red PS4 controller. Like, I'll just do it this way. Then I started getting Xbox prompts. Touche, motherfuckers. Touche. I didn't really have like another plan for that. I ended up playing it with the PS4 with the Xbox because my brain mates could handle that. You know, I don't know shapes. I never really played with the PS4. But yeah, you need to get that unfucked. But let's talk about the fun, man, because I'd like to kick off this session by wishing everyone involved in this game a swift death by fire. Because I've had diggy hole stuck in my head for most of this week. I have. It sucks. I've even watched like the metal video, and I'm sharing it. I'm trying to inflict this pain upon others, and I'm blaming you, all of you, for it. Now let's talk about the brass tacks. What is this? You're a bipedal egg with mining and a pew pew laser. That's it. You can't jump, but you can go full metal R2D2. Deal with it. It's canon mode. It's available. You can shoot up unless you're Jordan, then you just fall out of the sky and die. Granted.
Yes.
Most of your movement is going to be done via mining because diggy hole, bitches. You shoot baddies, you're going to collect resources, you're going to solve some block puzzles and upgrade your shite. None of that has any business whatsoever being enjoyable, yeah. But it is. What we have here is basically your stealth Metroidvania. Pretty graphics, kicking little soundtrack, and it's got that right balance of exploration, resource gathering, and flamey death dragon just to run.
Dragon!
Seriously?
It's just a big worm.
Fuck that thing. It's enjoyable, man. I mean, it's priced to sell $17. Not bad, you know. I'd give you, gonna be honest with this, man, because I can. A solid 3 cheers for this. Can't get anywhere near 4 until you unfuck those controls, because that just screams no one tested the Linux build with a controller. I'm just saying.
All right, so on Fedora 32 64-bit with the i7-6700K and the GTX 1080 Ti, it crashed on me once during the tutorial. It was like, press A to continue. And there was no, I hit A and nothing happened. I jiggled the cursor, nothing happened. Like, music was still playing. It was just completely non-responsive. I'm like, fuck, do I have to do the tutorial again? No, it saved my progress. So I only had to do like the first puzzle block tutorial and not the entire thing, which is nice, I guess. Yeah, on the 1080 Ti, it holds 1100 FERPs at UHD. So, you know, make of that what you will. And I mean, like, all the blocks and sprites are clear and everything has a clear visual identity. So there's no mistaking thing for other thing, which is good. A lot of games fall into this trap. All the backgrounds kind of look the same, but that's, you know, kind of the point of the navigation puzzle is you gotta remember where you are and take notes with the mini map, etc., etc. And yeah, control-wise, I got Xbox prompts on my DualShock. Let's say, whatever, I deal with it. Fun-wise, I mean, the exploration aspect is all right, because there are no direct routes. There are lots of branching and intersecting pathways. And because everything kind of looks the same, you'll end up stumbling on new areas, which is kind of nice. And then you run out of jet fuel and you plummet to death. I don't know, like, I'm of the opinion that, like, the spaces that you're dealing with here are tight enough that, like, unlimited jet fuel doesn't really break the game, because then, like, because the maneuverability of it.
I don't think it
sucks.
breaks the game, but it keeps you honest.
I guess it does. I don't know. I found like so much has been cut short because like I was trying to duck an enemy and I fell down a hole and then I just died. I don't know. Beyond that, it's kind of just like a basic Terraria style game, minus all the building and crafting. There's a little bit you can do when you go back to your shift, but you need to gather like a lot of resources, a lot more than you can like carry on a per trip basis.
Yeah,
so
the robot's like straight up is like, you got to bring more shit in this, son.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Everything requires like quite a bit of resources. Even like the basic weapon upgrade will take like 5 or 10 trips. And I don't know, like normally I'm not a big fan of these sort of mini games, and especially because of like the open-ended craftiness. But I guess if you take that out, this game doesn't really work for me either. Even if you are a 2D sprite and you're diggy hole. So I'm gonna give it 2. It's not really my jam.
Yeah, over here on KDE Neon, it launched out of the box, and on the GTX 1080 with a Ryzen 7 3700X, it was getting somewhere between 1100 and 1300 FERPs with VSync disabled at 2560 by 1440. But it's Unity, so you enable VSync and it goes down to 144, as it should. So very good work on the audio cues, because like everything that you mine has its own specific audio cue. When the worm appears, it has its very distinctive audio cue, and it sort of subverts some of the established visual cues. Like, you know, if you have a video game and you see like a 2D cross section of that includes the floor, chances are you're going to see a skeleton in that floor somewhere. And here, you actually care about those skeletons. It's not just a thing that's there. You actually need to go and find, like, dig it out.
It's the exploration thing. So, that's what they did right. Yeah. You're sitting there going, oh, I want to go. What the fuck's that? Let me go take a look.
Or if you're like in an area that it's not directly accessible and you're like, hey, there's a lot of resources there. How the hell do I get to the place?
Yeah. Yep. It's basically actually digging your way around. And for the controls, I kind of had to rebind everything, but this isn't exclusive to this game because I have to do that with all the games.
Pedro, I have to bring up something you did in the gameplay footage, because I found this is a problem I ran into quite a bit. Was like, I need to target this specific block, which means I gotta jump, shoot a little, jump, shoot a little. I really wish they smoothed that out, because it's just annoying.
Yeah, it's like the jumping and shooting mechanics are very, very basic, like everything else in the game. And that, for some things, it works in his favor. For other things, not so much. But let's just talk about the fun. On many an occasion, I have complained on this very show, when we're throwing chairs at a video game, that that video game has no charm at all. And once again, this isn't the first time that this has happened. It's clearly a game aimed at children that gets it right. It gets just about everything right. I mean, look at it. Yeah, you could toss it at a child. It's like, you're
that's my favorite thing.
Alien,
you know, flaming death dragons. Here you go, sport.
I mean, The Hobbit has flaming death dragons, and it's a children's book.
It does. It very much does. And let's face it, the worm is pretty much ineffective most of the time. It's usually children's games that get it right. It has like a HUD that's actually useful, and you actually have to pay attention to the HUD. One of the boxes has the last thing that the AI told you, like the little tutorial, to remind you. It's like, this is a new mechanic, you're probably going to need it very soon, so I'm going to keep it here. That's very useful. That's actually very useful. Like, all of the icons on the side of the map, they're pretty self-explanatory, and you do end up using them a lot once you get to, like, the latter parts of the levels to figure out where you need to be going. Like, it's like, oh, I can go there, but I haven't started digging there yet, so away we go.
What's your thoughts on the oxygen mechanic?
The oxygen I didn't mind. That was just like another thing besides health like depletes over time. I
personally don't like
really
nanny
think
bars.
anything of it.
Not a big fan of nanny bars, but it's slow enough to where you can really just like tell it to go fuck off.
Yeah, it takes a long time to deplete.
I got screwed by it because like it was low, and then I'm like, wait, where's the nearest thing? Oh fuck, it's all the way over there. Shit.
Now it did do a good job of like curbing it. That's what I'm saying. There's good game design in this, and that's not something you normally see because you're thinking about exploring, but you're like, wait a minute, do I have enough just to get there?
Yeah, it's like, do I take the teleporter out, but I still have plenty of room in my backpack? And that's the thing, it gives you all of the information on screen, even for the puzzles. If you're looking at the video version, you just saw me solve one of the puzzles. All the information is basically on screen the entire time. There are some bigger ones that you need to go up and down. But yeah, that's just a matter of jumping around. So yeah, no, everything is on screen. Everything that you need, all the information is there. You just have to figure out what it is that you want to do. And once again, it's always children's games that get it right. It's like two base mechanics that you have in this game. It's the digging for the exploration, and then they sort of integrate that into the puzzle solving so you can get the blocks into the right holes at the right time by digging in specific areas and pushing them around every now and then. It's like two very simple mechanics in a very simple game with very simple graphics, and it's loaded with charm. Like the AIs, both your ships and the ransom, the ship that's kind of kidnapped yours.
Ransomware Magoo, yeah.
like they both have very distinct personalities, and like the whole game is just littered. Even the little strut animation that your little alien has walking around, it's really well done. So yeah, 4 chairs from me.
All right, well there you go. It's not a bad constructed game. It really just boils down to, are you a fan of this sort of genre? And
it's a good game. It's well done. There's some thought went into it. It's a solid game, and I mean it's priced very well for a solid game. Gotta give it that.
Indeed. All right, coming up next, 407 beers ago, we got a slog of the hate mail we got to get through, and then I guess Broforce. If you're watching us live.
No, I'm watching you after the fact. I'm going to message you right now. Where's my Broforce?
I want to play Broforce.
Poor face.
But you promised. And promises don't mean shit, son. Welcome to the real world.
Promises don't mean shit unless you get it in writing and notarized. Then they mean shit.
And even then, we're going to court.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Welcome to the modern gaming industry.
Welcome to modern everything, man.
Oh, we didn't say that. Yes, you did. I have it in writing. I'm taking you to court for defamation.
Well, that's the thing. I started watching Legal Eagles channel. He does a really good job of breaking down shit like defamation and when it doesn't apply.
Oh, did you see grade A under A? You're familiar with that, right?
Grade A under A?
Grade A under A? Seriously?
No.
I'm waiting for my voice to reach Pedro so he can...
Was that a Leonard French video?
No, it's a fucking YouTube channel.
No.
Jesus. Anyway. He discovered what copyright was. It's been around. It's an old YouTube channel. That's, they do. And it's all done in like Microsoft Paint. It's great. Yeah. But he's like, but I was just using like 3 seconds of their song, right? And I'm like, how can they? And it pains me to see somebody that, I mean, this is an adult. This guy's like, he was a maths teacher. And I mean, he's not a dumb. It's like, here's what you got to learn. Here's your safety rule. If you didn't make it, don't fucking play it, because it doesn't matter if you're using it to amplify. It doesn't matter if it's 3 seconds. Fuck your fair use. Like, you didn't make that. You're using that to add to your shit. Mine. Also, Netflix. I'm waiting on that second reply.
Watch Netflix has built their own Venstone. Yeah, like you take it to court, and then like another one of you just like walks down into the witness stand, and you're like, huh.
Genuinely, I would be like, about time we fucking meet, because I've not met my doppelganger yet, and I know of its existence.
Would you try to have sex with your doppelganger?
Not really, no.
That's just straight up masturbation.
I'm just saying I could do it.
No, it's not. No, it's the minute another person, duplicate or otherwise, gets involved, it is no longer masturbation.
Someone's thought about this.
I have.
So if someone rubs you off, it's not masturbation.
Oh.
No, it's not, because masturbation is a solitary activity, right? The minute you have another partner in there, it ceases to be masturbation. Now it's just a hand job.
Is it a solitary activity if you like you're peeking through some curtains?
And here I thought hand job was just, colloquialism for masturbation.
Haven't you seen the hand jobber helper? He makes pasta after he's done.
Yeah, something cream sauce.
When he rides away on a trolley. I look forward to the fanfic.
A quantum superposition hand job? Scott, what would that even look like? Explain this to me.
It's like Michelangelo's but it's all hand jobs.
Schrodinger's orgasm. I see.
Oh, it's the double slit experiment.
Is it a particle or a hand job?
Is it a particle or a wave? Depending on your partner, you're gonna get a different answer.
Yeah.
Oh, physics jokes, but you didn't expect that if you're new.
It's the two slit experiment.
It's the Spocker.
It's this. Listen, man. The shocker's for amateurs. Real pros get on the Spocker. You know what they say? Live long and proper.
47.2. What are you playing this thing on? Your integrated graphic?
Yes, the Surface.
It's just got one graphic. Well, isn't it? It's an x86 laptop. I'm like, ooh, good job.
Yeah, it's a laptop that throttles the moment you open a browser.
Now, I want part deux of this thing. I want to see like the thermal cam image of the Surface tablet.
Just goes through the desk.
It's just like all normal, and then just bright fucking red, like right in the.
I got one of those. It's not. It's one of those little fucking things that plugs into the headphone jack. It's not really a FLIR camera, but it shows you what's hot and not. I don't trust the fucking thing. Because like a FLIR module is a couple $100. This thing was like $60.
Sure, wait, whatever. I'm not an expert on thermal cameras. You get the joke, and that's the important thing.
You get the joke. Yeah.
Enormous chunks has followed me.
No.
And there.
That backdraft doesn't.
You gotta be careful when you cough, man. When you're watering the garden.
It's like, oh yeah, the sneeze, it immediately dissipates, but the backdraft just lingers at that temperature? No.
Yeah.
That's fake.
You know, I gotta applaud this guy, like... He seems to still be on target on mid-sneeze, which is really difficult to do.
Yeah.
Well, that's Photoshop to fuck all, but yeah.
Yeah, no, that's straight up fake.
Oh, I know it's fake. The fluid dynamics and the explosion.
Yeah, no, the sneeze, how come the sneeze is so tiny and it immediately dissipates, but the backdraft just keeps going?
Some people want to believe, man. I had to crush some motherfucker's dream the other day on Reddit because it was some picture of like this extremely tall person next to a shorter person. I'm like, you know, it's Photoshop, right? You can tell by the pixels.
Yeah, like the really tall lady with the two dudes standing next to her. Yeah, I saw that too.
Just have to crush dreams. I'm like, yeah, you need to work on your blending and your shadows because they don't match up.
Yeah, the shoop, it didn't look so good. I saw that on Twitter. It's like, that's fake.
I think it's a good rule of thumb. Everything's Photoshop. Period.
Yeah.
I don't care if I took the picture. I'm like, that's probably Photoshop.
This entire podcast, Photoshop.
Yep, we got filters everywhere.
Being Photoshopped live.
Yeah, if you want the secrets on how we do that, that's the $100 Patreon tier. Oh man. For whatever reason, Scientology Patreon just popped into my head. Like, what if Scientology opened up a Patreon, or like an OnlyFans?
How much? I'm just saying, if they don't have an OnlyFans, maybe we should help them out.
Hot Xenu on Xenu action.
Yes.
I don't understand what's happening, but I can't look away.
Watch Tom Cruise pack fudge, and he's literally just like putting fudge in a box and like taping it up.
We could. I'm sure there's like little Xenu action figures. We could like hold up to the camera and like talk.
Okay, hold up. Xenu
action figures. Hi Google.
Xenu Galactic Tyrant figure. All right. Here we go. From FigureRealm.com. Here's what we got. Honestly, this doesn't scream Xenu to me.
I'm more concerned about it's like giving me like directions to Walmart.
No, well, I mean, it straight up gives you instructions on what toys you need to buy to get the pieces to build this guy, but
you're gonna all right.
Absolutely. Yeah, the one
cost $20 though.
That's 2 packs of cigarettes, man.
Yeah, you only need the one. It's like
Listen,
I'm going out for cigarettes.
All right, I'm not
Never
brave enough
comes
to have that up.
back.
I'm gonna keep scrolling now.
Incoming cease and desist from the Church of Scientology. That's where our next DMCA is coming from. Tom, like, Ben's gonna wake up one morning, someone knocking on his door, and it's fucking Tom Cruise. He pulls out like a lightsaber.
No, dude, I'm gonna wake up and he's gonna be like repelling from the ceiling. It's like, hi.
Or
No.
Jeff Bezos is a massive Scientologist.
No, he's just hovering over you because he has Scientology powers.
Hover
his
Tom.
his OT levels are at the level where he can just fly.
I'll pee on him.
I don't know what if you're lying down, because I assume you're a back sleeper.
Yeah. Oh, I have to be very careful because, yeah, I gotta lay down and A, I don't move. B, I got a lot of neurological damage. So
Enormous chunks. Thank you very much for the Patreons. Thank you very much indeed.
Hey. I mean, I don't know, Ben. When was the last time you went challenge pissing?
oh man, it's been a couple of years since I got turbojet. And let's just say,
so you got it from Big Bill Hell's, Georgia.
I'm just saying, I had to pay a down payment. Unfortunately, I did not succeed in challenge pissing.
All right.
We got to do the hate mail segment because that's gonna be a chunky one.
I thought you said let's do some challenge pissing right now.
OnlyFans. Oh. Get the tarp.
Tarps are the easy mode for challenge pissing.
It's a tarp. No. Oh no! You walk in a room, there's a tarp on the floor. You're like, nope.
No, you walk into a room, there's a tarp on the floor, and Admiral Akbar is just sitting on like a stool in the corner, just like whittling something and staring at you, just like, it's a tarp.
That's a tarp.
He says nothing. Just
I would Abe Simpson the hell out of that.
I don't know. I think part of me would be curious, and I'm like, where is this going, Fishman?
That's how they get you, bruh. All right.
Yeah, that's how you get dead in these movies. But
you see, there's living proof where there is feasible that some people die in these movies.
Well, there's always that moment of like, I know better than this, but let's just do it anyways.
All right. Hate mail. Let's do it to just a bit. All right. That's locked. Loaded. Recording.
Now I have to pee. I can hold it in though.
Good on you, mate. In 3, 2.
Well, Jordan made the unfortunate mistake of just mentioning something, so now I'm going to delay this a little bit longer.
Don't worry, buddy. I have a cup.
Floor tar.
You can't stop me. I'm like fucking Batman. I'm like 8 steps ahead.
You can't stop me. I'm the gingerbread man. But let's make the gingerbread man into a horror movie.
I'm gingerbread Batman, man. I got my icing sugar batarangs. I got like
what
my
does
gummy.
Gingerbread Batman say? He says ho ho ho.
Because apparently he's Santa Claus too.
Fuck yeah.
Yes. But if you're Santa Claus and you'd like to let us know how we're
naughty,
just not on point tonight, you can go to linuxgamecast.com, hit the contact button, and LGC Weekly is usually the default show that you send your bit of hate mail to. But there is that Wednesday show, what myself and Jill do. Or you can ask Jordan for relationship advice. Yep. Or if for some reason you would like to pick the other category, there's that too.
The other.
It's just called the other category, where it leads to not even we know. It just gets routed to like some random email address.
It's just there. We don't really know how that happened, but it's there.
And if your company's sending a bunch of links and shit like that, use the email address there instead of sending, because our spam column will straight up fuck you up. All right. Are we cool?
Yeah.
So, who wants to take this one?
Oh boy.
Okay,
Pedro.
fine, I'll do it.
Do it.
Captain Zero, he had a bit of an attempt there, but all right. Whilst you may call your show the Linux Gamecast, I think you're more of a Linux Gaming Mafia. The quote-unquote Linux Gaming Mafia members, Ven, the Godfather Stone, a rare combination of Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, and the Godfather. Most of the time, he's Mr. Hyde, spurring on the madness, but just before that flaming disaster, otherwise known as the Linux Gamecast, quote-unquote, enters into a death spiral. Then, having assumed the persona of Dr. Jekyll, leaps in, pulls back the stick, and utters those
I'm just gonna
infamous...
level this is straight up fucking fanfic at this point, just so everyone's on the same. All right.
Yeah,
Yes, it is.
This dude loves his bloviation, for sure.
Just keep going.
Okay. Oops, wrong show. It's cue the music to save yet another episode. Other times he is much like the Godfather, quote unquote, orchestrating everything from behind the scenes, not to mention cooking up weird interfaces in Linux. Then we have Jordan. Fork you, Svang. My, what an angry young man. But then I realized that he is a fellow Canadian. I suppose that's how he wants me to read that, and lives much closer to the fearless leader, Captain Sparklepants, and his merry band of insert favoring disparaging name here, who steals from the poor and gives to those deemed worthy, all whilst making Jordan pay for everything, including those games he buys with Canadian dollarettes instead of real money. To add insult to injury, Jordan tries to identify with one of the 162 or 162
to help out with this, I'm imagining
recognized...
fucking Turkeytron right now.
Thousands of years ago in the future.
Yeah. But yeah, one of the 162 officially recognized genders. But no matter which one he chooses, he's wrong.
God
and
damn it,
finally,
where are we
have...
You're taking too long.
I was just going for and finally for me.
He seems to run out of steam for Pedro. Apparently his fingies are tired.
Oh,
I am tired. It's like 3:44 in the morning where I am.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Herr Capitan here.
it's adorable.
But yeah, and
would you care to continue this manifesto, I want to say?
Sure.
Manifesto,
Yeah.
sure. All right. And finally, we have Pedro Giggles Mateus. Though he may be Portuguese, at least he doesn't season his comments with BAM. I don't know what kind of Portuguese people you've been running into, but I wouldn't want to meet them. As for Jill, I shall refrain from saying anything. I am a gentleman after all, and a massive... let's not go there. And besides, she's not a part of LGC. So while I sit here and wait for...
True, Jordan.
Okay. So while I sit here and wait for Epic to produce a Linux version of UT3, good luck with that, I shall continue to allow myself to be entertained by the madness known as LGC. I must also mention that interfacing Linux is another favorite of mine, and finally, I would like to thank all of you for not killing me in a dark alley somewhere. Thanks for the idea.
That's some fucking optimism right there, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know. Seriously.
Because I'm just like, I'm cheese, but gender jokes aren't funny. They're just stupid. Like, whatever. Leave trans rights, leave trans people alone. They don't need the fucking minor harassment stuff. Like, honestly, it's dumb. That's all I'm going to say about it. Don't do it. That's the one thing here that bugs me. That's it.
I mean, kudos. You made us read. Well, you made me read through the whole thing because no one else wanted to touch that. But
I read through it. I don't want to read it out loud.
What kind of Portuguese people have you been meeting? And what spam?
Well, what do you think at the end of the day, man? You're going to get with fucking hate mail when you get that opened up. You get to find out new things about people.
Yeah,
which we did.
It's a wild ride.
Yeah. On that bombshell, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Let's Cue the music. You can always find us around 8:30 Eastern Standard Time when we show up live, all in your face. It's kind of brilliant. An hour before that, pre-super shows and kicking off for our patrons, people who are making the show possible, paying the bills. But if you want to get a hold of me, I'm at Vin Stone on Twitter and just at Vin at mast.linuxgamecast.com.
I'm Jordan Svung. I am everything and nothing, mostly nothing. You can find me at The Burning Fool on Twitter, posting mostly nothing. There you go.
And I am Pedro Mateos, and I had to basically grab on the side of my chair for a while there. I think you know why.
How drunk are you?
You can find me at unaccounted for on Twitter, or at unaccounted for on mass.linuxgamecast.com, but I don't really go there. I mean, whenever I go there and it's like, oh yeah, that's right, you can add people from other Mastodon instances. So I enable the federated timelines like, oh, hello pornography. How'd you do?
Yay, porn.
Let's roll
That's
some
all I gotta
credits.
Porn.
God damn it. It's always porn with you.
It is. Porn's great.
Always. Like,
Yeah.
that's us.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, we got to thank our lovely, lovely executive producers, people who are riding that money train, shoveling it into our coal fire, and inhaling the black soot that emerges. We got to thank Artherin, Empty, The Atomic Ass, Mike G, Bob Brandt, Aldius, Magik, Scoots,
Yeah,
Frosty the
fine.
Clown.
Drummer, Latris, Foxy, and the rest.
David S, Smashley G, Michael, Eagle, Jolly, Topical Gaius, Matthew. Oh god, I'm gonna burp.
Nicole, 9 Bullets, Vindicel, Silda, Kazakh, North Ranger, Ryan, Joel Angel, KTW, Master, Doug Douglas, Mr.
Grayson, Jack,
Oh.
Todd, the other Rydiker, Jill and
That
Steve,
other one.
Russ Mawada, Kim,
Listen,
Trucks,
Dodger, Oxford Collar.
Trudgels, und Iris 121.
Ryan,
I
Chris,
guess
Craig,
Danke.
Stephen, Nathan, Veritanuda, Simcha,
Wait,
I guess
the
Admiral
we
JT,
gotta do massive
Doric,
chunks too. Massive chunks
Raspberry.
just up.
Yeah, massive chunks. Enormous chunks. What are you talking
Absolutely.
about?
Enormous chunks.
Reed.
Enormous chunks. Thank you very much.
Also, PowerShell and Linux, Nixon's Pyramid, and of course, the glowing, barely legible people behind Ven's head.
Aldios, Linux Nuru, Artherin. I can't see the other top two. One of them is Mike G. I know that.
Yeah, well, obviously one of them is Mike G, the guy who owns like half of our shit.
One of them,
Yeah, pretty
one of
much.
them could be like, "Shut the hell up, Jordan." But
Yeah.
no,
foo.
it could be "Shut the hell up, Vin." It could be "Shut the." Make use of it. That's all I'm saying. I'm giving people horrible
Yeah,
ideas.
you get to pick the name.
Yeah. Beautiful people died of fire. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Oh shit, we got out just at the end. Nice. God damn it. Where are we at?
Yeah.
Boom.
Taco clock.
Dude. it
Pizza
is
clock.
Fucking morning. All right.
I can only imagine how many times you did that to me during the show.
No, I didn't. I just needed to test it.
Wait, what did I miss?
Things.
Oh no, not the things.
Things.
At one
But I was like,
Ah, there we go.
The chair's like, come on.
Ah.
I don't know what semitones is. What are semitones?
Let's find out.
Semitones?
Yeah.
Well, like I know in like semitonal based languages, stuff like ma and ma are two different words because of the semitone there. I'm not sure if that's what that means in the context of whatever you're looking at.
Yeah, I have synths, semitones, octaves, and crispness.
I think semitones exist in between octaves.
Well, I'm sorry, what was that saying?
Wait. So which one did I get? Because I definitely didn't hear it.
Oh, you just got like the squeaky whatever.
Yeah.
The basic.
What was that?
Oh, you were going all through the email.
Yeah. He sounds like one of the teachers from Charlie Brown.
Let me see if I pull it up a little bit. What? I'm trying to get it legible.
I think he's just like saying gibberish now. So
Yeah.
there's no. Now he just sounds like Jabba the Hutt. Should I bring you Solo and the Wookiee?
What does sense do?
Again, we shall find out.
Well, that's just straight up Goa'uld voice.
Yeah, just say Jaffa Cree. All right, so this is something we can play around with. It adds a shitload of latency, though.
Yeah, you could tell because when you stopped it, you could hear what Jordan was saying back at that point.
It adds like 30 milliseconds of latency, so that's something we're gonna have to use sparingly.
Yeah.
Listen, darkness. The plugin's called Rubber Band. Rubber Band Mono.
Rubber baby buggy bumpers.
Yeah. I don't know. They said you could technically use it for live. I don't know.
I mean, like live in a stadium or live in a studio, right? Like,
Well, it's supposed to be able for like, what? And that reference would be like in real time, but I don't know, like 30 milliseconds.
I mean, in a stadium, if you're sitting far enough away from the actual stage,
also, it's a little more like there's a little more margin for error in live, just because like people are kind of already expecting not the best quality because it's being filtered through like everyone else here, and yeah. So I think you can get away with a little more in a like actually live in person context, but yeah.
Yeah, that's like one thing. Like a lot of live shows, like what is it? Pulse Hardware? They do that live thing.
oh, that podcast recording that he does with Kyle.
Yeah, Bitwit.
Yeah.
I can't listen to that
Kyle?
shit because it's like got room noise in the background, constant.
Room noise, and they're using Hangouts. Yeah, it's like whoever's on Hangouts is stupidly compressed. It's like, you both make very good videos and we know what your microphones sound like.
Let's use gaming headsets.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. Smoky time and bathroom time for me. I was good. I held in my pee.
You did.
I gotta get Steam open.
Oh yeah. Suppose I need to download the Bro Force.
I don't know, man. Do you think your PC can handle it?
But apparently someone was downloading it earlier. It's like 1.33 gigs.
That's not bad. Not at all.
Why did I... What? Okay, so I typed bro into the Steam library search, and I get Broforce, Broken Age, Broken Sword, My Brother Rabbit, Super Brothers Sword and Sorcery, and Fallout Tactics.
Yeah.
Oh, Brotherhood of Steel, the bit that comes after that. Okay.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is 2 hours, 23 minutes straight. No, not a drop frame. Not here at LGC, baby.
Nice. Actually, the last time I had drop frames during a stream was when I streamed Neverwinter Nights on the laptop, because I had already shipped the PC to the UK at the time. It's like, oh, it's my turn to stream. Well, I have the laptop, so here we go.
Well, we're going to be doing some pixel-y things. Yeah.
It was Neverwinter Nights. At 720p, the laptop did wonderfully.
Technically 3D.
Yeah. It's the Aurora engine that powered the first Witcher, Knights of the Old Republic, and Knights of the Old Republic 2, and Dragon Age Origins. Although by the time that Dragon Age Origins came out, that the Aurora engine had been so modified that it was a completely different thing, but still very much based on the Neverwinter Nights engine.
Right on. Let's see. Who was in the bro force? Oh, Michael is. It's got some volume to it.
I'm gonna have to lower that.
There, now you're on the right sync. So that means you will be on game audio. Who would have thought a game called Broforce would be loud and shouty? Caught me off guard, man. I didn't expect that. Okay, so do I have monitor?
Yeah, hey. It still surprises me every time that I forget to like turn on the controller, and then I turn it on in the middle of the game and it picks it up correctly.
Yeah, that's always a card shoot, isn't it? Whoop. Circle cams. And there, that thing.
Jump is across, okay.
Do I have to crank up a lobby on this? Let's see. To the X-Clone. Start a new Campaign. Empty. Normal. Post online. Game number will be... Are you gonna let me type it in?
Is this limited to 4 people?
I think so.
Alright.
I just thought we'd play it. It's Linux Game Cass. Password will be...
Linux Game Kaz.
There we go, it's nice and set up. This is still one of the rare games that doesn't like Discord being... not Discord app, the Electron shit, but Discord the browser, it has that weird hang that a lot of games used to have. It's like a little
I
pregnant
haven't
brat.
seen one of those in a while. Can I right-click join you? No, I
No,
cannot.
I haven't got the host on yet.
All right.
There. What? No! God damn it. Invite a friend. Hey.
I'll select a save slot. Yes, that one.
Invite. Invite. I'll send Jordan one when he gets... Okay.
Joining. Still the...
Fly around the overworld map. Have fun, but don't start anything until Jordan graces us once again.
It's still showing as joining, not actually doing anything. So let's try again.
Michael's in from Australia, so I know it's working.
Yeah.
So look at him flying around. Whee!
Okay, there we go.
All right. Let's see. Since we're waiting on that, I can go ahead and kick over the after shows and if people want to come in on that.
Oh, I see. We're fighting for control of the helicopter.
Yeah, right.
I see how this goes.
Hello, Patrick.
There is a mirror.
That's on your end, bud.
Yeah, the kill the Twitch stream. Then I don't know where your echo is coming from.
Say some things, Michael. All right. You're getting feedback. All right. Then we gotta move syncs. Let's take a look. What are you recording from, Discord? Probably the wrong fucking thing because you're WebRTC.
That's what I'm trying to do, but they keep running away. And they keep going north and I can't go any higher. Ah, I got one.
Okay, that should be the right thing.
Much quiet? Such what?
Let's see. Okay, so they're not pulling in through Discord. There should be Jack Source, right? They should get Jack Source. Yeah, you're still going to be hearing yourself, though. Give me a second.
Stop hearing yourself. Stop
No.
hearing
It's
yourself.
awesome. Okay, it's going over Jordan.
Yeah, soundproof the inside of your skull. That's the only way you have of doing that.
I don't know, because even then, you still have your internal monologue, which is ostensibly in your voice.
That's thought, though, that you don't actually hear yourself unless you have other issues.
I mean, I do, but like, I don't have like dissociative identity disorder or anything like that. I still hear my own thoughts in my own voice.
Let's see. Game audio were put together.
Yeah, my
Give me
thoughts don't
some-
have a
God
voice,
damn it.
really.
Feel free
Well,
to talk anyone in the after shows to the audio channel I'm trying to set up.
Voice is also not just the way you sound, it's the way you speak, it's the way you like compose sentences. Like, what about Oaxaca?
Gamers VIP, thanks for the follow, I guess.
Broforce. I do have Broforce installed.
So
VIP?
this
VIP?
is going
One of them.
out to... Okay, hang on. That's probably the problem right there.
This one goes out to the OGs.
Say
the
some
true
things,
believers.
Discord. There we go. That was our issue. Okay, that's just some additional routing I gotta take care of. I still gotta work on some naming. Schema. Hey, I still gotta invite Jordan.
Come on.
Jordan, will you come play with us?
Yeah.
Alright. I remember I have a
yeah.
controller fucking plugged in. There we go.
Alright.
Awesome.
Linux Gamecast. Password.
That
Yes,
one.
override current save, damn it. Yeah, it's... Play
If you
game.
get invited, you don't get a password.
Yeah. Boop boop.
It says joining.
I had to cancel out of the first joining because after a full minute it didn't do anything.
But we'll never
Maybe
get the symbiote with that attitude.
Maybe. Can I just... join game? Are you gonna let me do this game? Join game?
Yeah, you have to cancel the join.
I did.
Okay.
And I'm just sitting in the menu. I selected join game. Let me restart the game, because why not? I got invooted. Vulcan shaders. This game does not use Vulkan at all.
It does now.
It's Vulkan and OpenGL.
It uses
Bro
OpenGL 5 or 4.6. That's what it's called. It uses a Spur V shaders, so yeah.
I guess Sven, can you shoot me an invite again?
Maybe.
Possible.
Possibility.
Invite friend. Invite.
All right, play game. I've accepted an. Oh, there we go. I'm in.
Yay!
Nice.
So where do we go?
To the one.
Yeah, I guess you
There's
started a
just
new
the
game.
one.
Okay, yeah. Lead strats.
Veetman.
Stranded at Veetman. Yes.
Veetman. It means quick. It. Yeah. We are cannon fodder.
That's all we are.
All right.
Oh,
Press
I'm
fire.
a shitty.
Okay.
All right.
Wait. Oh.
I do not text.
I am Chuck Norris. All right.
I think it's Kyle Reese.
Apparently, my controller is not having any of it, despite the game working fine with it.
All right.
Earlier. That's me.
I'm trying to save Pedro. It didn't work.
No.
All right.
No.
If you
Okay, there we
if
go.
you just kill yourself, there's like
Rocketeer.
It fixed itself.
Yay!
Eventually.
Oh, I am the
That took a
Rocketeer.
while.
Yay!
all right.
There's the devil. Shoot the
Kill
devil.
the devil.
Ah.
Oh, I'm so confused. I lost track of my dude.
Dude, this is character blindness. The game. They've taken it to a new level.
Yep.
All right. Veetman, man. All right. Who am I? I'm RoboCop now.
Udrud,
Oh, god damn
I'm
it. The controller's
RoboCop.
not working again. What are you doing to
why
me?
don't you use a real controller?
I'm using the DualShock 4.
Like I said, real controller.
I don't have a... Yeah, no, it doesn't. It straight up
Wait,
forgets.
now I'm Dirty Harry. I don't want to be Dirty Harry. Wait, game is full. You are speculating what? I'm so confused.
I speculated once. Nasty business, huh?
All right, we got the first checkpoint. I got 6 shots.
I have rescued you.
Blade.
Braid.
Braid. Oh, there's another dude.
Okay. I can
The
move
bird-
now.
The bro.
for some
you
reason.
mean the broad?
Mr. Satan.
I killed Mr. Satan,
No!
and I escaped. Suck it. That's what you get, Mr. President.
Of Canada.
Oh shit! I'm Machete. I am Machete. All right.
Okay. I can move
I'm
this
Conan.
time.
Oh, right. Oh, yo.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa!
I'm up.
All right.
Someone
I
dropped
got-
blocks on me and I died.
I'm Bromax. All right. Oh.
Well, that
Again,
happened.
someone drops blocks and we die. It's just your turn. So
It's all on you, bro.
Go on.
I know. I know.
We gotta
I'm
give us your pros and cons.
Mad Max. Oh.
Max, bro. Well, you can rescue a bro down there.
No.
Yeah.
All right. Who do we got?
No, it's me.
We got Brambro.
Hey, bro.
Oh, watch out! Watch out!
Yep.
That went about as predictable as one might imagine.
There's a dude in there. All right.
Yeah, I'm saving someone else.
It's Agent Bray.
It's a Foxy.
All right, kill
Agent
the
Braid.
devil once again.
Let's go.
Oh,
Well, we know who to kneecap in case of emergency, because Jordan's just gonna bail on us.
Pretty much.
I'm the Brocketeer.
Oh, come on. Don't do this again,
Now
game.
I'm
We've been
Judge.
through this.
I'm Judge Bread. Okay. What's going on?
Apparently, neither
We're
me
waiting on
nor
fucking
Foxy can
Pedro.
move.
There's a dude up here
There
if
we
someone
go.
wants to change their guy.
Oh, I think it's just lag. Because
Yeah,
when I started moving, Foxy started moving, so...
Oh!
Bit much. Bit much.
I died.
Yeah, gotta watch out for those explosion change reactions. They
Yeah.
they are not fun. Oh hey, I'm Bronin the Brobarian.
Oh, we
What?
have the,
We got the
Bruisers.
brosers. The brosers. they're like hosers. Crom! Yeah.
Yes. Oh, well, it's already the 5th where I am, but...
No, listen, all
That's it.
countries matter, so we
Yeah.
gotta go and liberate them.
America!
Alright, so we got C or 3. Or 2.
C, 2 or
It
3.
is.
I think
Threat level orange.
I think the C is
It's
we
a
all play as
covert
the same
operation.
guy. Yeah. There's one or two of them where like all of you are just stuck as like Rambo or whatever.
Do I get to be the leg?
Yeah, we're all Rambo.
We're Lambo.
Ramboltron.
God damn it.
Lambo.
That's quick.
How come Foxy has got better ping than I
All
do?
right. Okay, we gotta wait for M fix dig.
No. Foxy's already moving. It's me.
It's you.
Yeah. I'm hitting all the buttons, man. America. Yeah, it kicked me.
No.
That happened.
Yep. All right. Well, maybe we gotta dig.
Use those feet.
Now I can move because I spawned in.
Come on, lads.
No.
Swing and a miss.
I tried. I think I should have gotten the running start. What's the run button? I don't remember.
I don't know.
My game seems a bit frozen. Oh, there we go. Again, lag. Oh, those were mines. Never mind.
Clearly.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to go low, because you can just bypass all of them. Y'all have no secondary weapons left. You just gotta... Gotta be careful. There's just a bunch of death spikes down there.
What is run?
Circle, maybe?
Oh, I see. Yeah, there's a thing down to the right there. So if you keep shooting the terrain
Almost.
Oh,
there, past the spikes.
or you can go even lower.
Yeah.
There's this guy. If you had grenades. Oh shit.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay. Maybe the run is. Oh, there's the dude there.
What the fuck are they supposed to be?
Dogs.
Dogs.
Oh, okay. Interesting take. Oh,
Bad
come
dog.
on. What is this, The Last of Us 2?
You can pet the dog, yes.
Oh, it's me. All right.
All right. Yep.
Yes.
well, no.
Pet with a grenade.
That's cool.
I died instantly. All right.
Yeah, no, boxes
Oh, you didn't get the
dropped
block
you,
on the
you
big guy.
die.
No, I got eaten by a dog. I thought I could kill it before it could kill me. I was wrong. Well, that guy's extra chunks.
Yeah, extra dead, huh?
It's extra dead, that one.
Squish.
All right, grab the ammo. Grab the ammo.
Full
is
ammo.
All right.
Hey,
Clear
I can
3.
move. Check it out.
Wow. Well, this was a Pyrrhic victory. We traded Pedro for Foxy.
Bad trade. Bad trade.
A lot of people.
All
A lot of
right.
people were shooting
So
at me.
we know we gotta go down.
And it's not letting me move again. Yeah, this game is just shit.
Always blame the game.
You just gotta dig. All right. Can you dig it?
Yes, don't kill me.
Yeah, I'll just sit this one out, I guess, because it's not kosher for me.
Now we got grannies. What?
Damn it.
Shave me. Shave me. All right. Who am I? I'm just Rambo, right?
Everyone's Rambo in this mission.
Yeah. All right. They're dead.
Whoa.
Whoa. Careful. Yeah, I know.
All right. Whoa. Teammates are lethal. Let's get squished.
Ah, no! I tried to duck my own grenade and then I got shot in the head.
Mission failed.
Fishing males. Yeah, I remember spending a lot of time on this one. This one's like not simple.
If anyone would like to join in my place, because I'm out, because the game is not behaving or letting me play properly.
I love how my health bar just like, whoa, careful, watch out.
Well,
I said watch out. This is a sneaking mission.
good luck with those doges, man. Good luck.
No grenades, so you can just try and jump. Oh, there we go.
Well, there's that. Except for the one that's trapped. Oh,
I got you. I got you, babe.
You can shoot past those blocks.
Listen, I give
well,
I give
now.
up.
There was a solid, I believe moment there.
All right. Where I'm going? Am I going down? I'm unclear on this.
Yes.
Yes.
Sounds good.
All right. Oh, what? What?
And the flames went higher.
Yeah.
And it
I didn't even
burns,
do
burns,
anything.
burns.
I waited, and apparently that was it. That was enough to kill me.
You're taking the 2D shit too literally.
The Ring of Fire. The Ring of Fire. Oh, well, I took a bunch of them out, so there's that. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down,
Going this way?
where the flames went high.
No, can't go that way anymore.
Satisfying
Ring of
curiosity?
fire.
Fuck you.
The Ring of Fire. You idiot. You fucking chud.
Well done. Well done.
You fucking slimmy dimmy. Alright. There's no bad dogs, there's just bad owners. All right. Is it me? All right. So apparently I can't think too long here. So... Yeah, I'm staying away from the falling blocks, at least for like the immediate future, because I've learned to not trust them. All right, there's a ladder down there. Let's go.
It's windy here tonight.
All right. Grenades. That thing I'm in desperate. Oh, apparently I'm full up. So if someone wants to grab those grenades, ah! I love it.
Don't get all optimistic. It's about to go horribly wrong. See if we can manage to jump this little thing. There we go. That's one.
Yeah, Oh! Apparently, he had more life than I anticipated.
Okay.
Well,
I guess Ven ran into the issue that I've been running into.
Yeah, apparently you gotta keep moving or the game's just like, can you rejoin? Can you right-click join us?
Probably.
It just says press fire to join game, so...
Yeah, then pop back in, so...
Yeah, no, I popped back in a lot. I just couldn't move.
Alright, wow! The ultimate success! Undefeated! We are the best!
Ammo crate unlocked. Alright. Well, we had fun.
Yeah. Cambodium, soon to be Cambrodium. These guys are geniuses. That's the only way to describe it.
Okay. Yeah, I could think of some words.
They are the galaxy brain, like.
Okay, so we've got just over 30 minutes to finish a campaign of Left 4 Dead.
Welcome to 3 hours later. Actually, the campaigns aren't too bad. I think they're what, like 45 minutes long?
They're like right at 30 minutes.
If you get all the way through them, yes.
Yeah, depending on how badly we suck,
Yeah.
they can be very short.
See, there you go. There's our motivation. To die a lot and...
So that we can go to sleep earlier?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a little too real. Like, if you die, you just get to rest.
Take a nap. Yeah, you do.
I mean...
Depends on whose team you're on, but yeah, you do.
Well. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe using a controller gives you auto aim. That would be nice.
Ooh. Oh, you could do the Tomb Raider hack where you have half controller, half mouse.
Yeah,
Okay.
and just use the aim assist. Yeah. So what? It's an automatic car alarm. Aren't all car alarms automatic?
Yeah, man. There's the manual one. You gotta.
No,
Yeah,
they
right,
require human intervention. It's when someone breaks into the car that it goes off, right?
Right? No. I like this manual fire or car alarm where there's just like a dude sitting in your car with like a bell or something, and someone breaks in. He's like, ding, ding, ding. It didn't work.
What campaign should we do, though?
I think the one we haven't done in the longest while is either Crash Course or Death Toll.
I was thinking Crash Course.
Okay.
We gotta put out a bounty on some good like community levels. So who are we starting as this week?
The Survivors.
Zui. Best girl.
Lewis.
Yeah. I mean, you still go through a campaign in versus.
God.
Yeah, it's 2
Yes.
out of 3. Why not? Why not?
If Mir wants to join, yeah, it would be 3 on 3.
Oh, Alan's in Discord
People
now.
start showing the fuck up when the game's open, Scott. You should know.
All right, so since people are joining,
get
I'm gonna
something
go
to
take
drink.
this opportunity to pee.
Ellen was in the house. I don't know.
Alan's on the porch now. He's no longer in the house.
Ah. You gotta have porches. There's Ellen.
That's why they call him the Porcha Gamer, because he games on a porch.
All right. Were you making things explode?
So it's Alan in the yard.
Yeah. Explosions bring all the Allens to the yard.
And I could teach you, but I'd have to charge.
Charger. That's better than the spitter.
All right. Well, I know what I'm gonna start singing whenever I'm the charger now. Yeah. My brain just like hit the fucking knob on the slot machines, whatever the fuck they're called, the arm, and I'm nope. Is it? Is that the specific slot machine term? I don't know. I would be tempted to ask Linux Nuru because someone asked him to build a bunch of slot machines.
We got this.
Foxy,
Yeah.
can you give us
3
can
on
you,
3,
go play
tied with a
slot
bot.
machines?
We're good.
All right. That's how it's gonna do.
That's a balanced team.
Hopefully the bot just completely screws them over and not us.
Oh, dude.
As it often does.
You see, we just gotta play it right. Let's just like straight up jump the bot. Then we go for the second. Scott's gonna be tearing ahead, leaving the rest of his team. So, well, you try it, but you fuck it up. Scott gets to the point. He's like, you know what? Fuck you guys. This is lost.
My fault is like, hey, this is a good spot for an enemy to be. I'm gonna go clear this corner, and then I show up, and then I get charged. And I'm like,
You
yeah,
get rock
I
and
called
roll
it.
with that. But I mean, now in all fairness, Pedro, Jordan and myself will be chasing after Pedro, trying to keep up.
Yeah. My strategy lately is keep Pedro alive.
It's keep Pedro alive, but I also get extremely cross with Pedro when I'm like, we're going this way. Why are we going? Oh, because there's a thing to fucking collect.
No,
We
I
went
don't
out
stop
of
to
our
collect
way.
things. I stopped
Bullshit.
to
I
help
got video
people back on
evidence
their
to the
feet.
contrary. No, you were picking shut up. You're picking the items up.
So there's always
this
the
game?
role involved.
Yeah.
There's always the role involved though, because sometimes they're just like, hey, here's some pills and a katana. So gotta take a look.
This is what makes it entertaining, though,
Yeah.
because nobody's on the same page. Let me grab a drink.
I think at least with vis-a-vis keep Pedro alive, we're on the same page. It just manifests differently. We have different approaches to this goal.
Might as well. Everyone on the other team seems to be targeting me anyways. It's like I'll get jockeyed and then I'll get charged and then a hunter will. It's like, come on.
Well, I mean, like to be fair, we got to start doing that to Scott. He is kind of their linchpin, right? Like,
Yeah.
we really should like try to single him out at the first opportunity, and yeah, just make him deplete all his resources. Silence. No, I mean, what's the point now, right? Like, we've already gone through the co-op We did that years ago. Now this is against chat realm. That's why it's different. Oh, absolutely. We struggled to get like 4 people in a room to fucking.
Yeah. It was Foxy, sometimes empty, sometimes random person.
half an hour at a time too. This is why my streams on Thursday are 90 minutes, because I'm like, at least in like 90 minutes you can get some shit done.
There's a Pennywise.
There's a Pennywise. So what? We get the bot.
We can get the bot. That's fine.
Is it?
I mean, the bot does a very good job of reviving people.
That's true, but then the bot also does a really good job of getting killed. I don't know when it comes to action economy. I think it works best with either one human and all bots, or just all humans. Patrick. I don't know, who else do we got? Oxford commas in the place at one point. we got. I mean, it is All Countries Matter Day, so maybe in all these countries they're celebrating.
I'm just gonna look up Portugal Day for a moment.
Portugal Day on February 32nd.
No, it's June 10th. So that happened and I didn't even realize it.
Did you? Well, I guess you wouldn't get it off. You don't live in Portugal anymore.
Yeah.
It would be kind of ballsy to try and pull that off with your boss. Like, yeah, it's a religious holiday. It's Portugal Day. I need that off. Like that's me. That is me trying to take Sukkot off. That's like, yeah, it's a religious holiday. Like, but you're very, very vocally anti-religious. Yes, but you see, I've had a change of heart all of a sudden.
Today, you're religion fluid.
Yeah. I take bits and pieces. I have my own religion.
I don't have the one religion.
No. See, what I've done is I've made my own religion that maximizes the number of days I can take off in a year under religion. All I'm saying is that Zeus owes me
I guess
$50.
Foxy is on our team.
I guess.
All right.
I just hit start.
Yep.
You know what? Just because this level is called Crash Course, watch us all crash. That'll be great.
We should all get airplanes.
We should all get a copy of the movie Airplane and watch it, because it's a good movie. It is. Just want to tell you all, good luck. We're all counting on you. Looks like I picked a bad week to quit sniffing glue. So many good bits. When they're driving the guy and like they change the green screen and it's like a fucking gladiator fight.
I
Yeah.
have a plan.
Great. What
It's
is
so
it?
good.
Well, it's pretty complicated. I don't want to bore you with a lot of the
Ooh, cricket
complex
bat.
fractions, but step one is that we walk that way.
Because you probably have a controller plugged in. All right. Excellent. Let's go.
Oh, Foxy's playing with the controller.
Yeah,
okay.
why not? Might as well. Have
Well,
more
I
handicaps.
mean, what they have the bot, right? So that evens it out.
Not really, but
Oh,
Boomer.
Smoker got me.
Yes, I'm shooting at the smoker.
Thank you.
Still couldn't kill it.
we
Cricket bat.
let's be hanging out over here. It's all good.
All right.
That was the spitter bot.
Don't worry, I got you. You're gonna be fine.
All right.
A smoker on the roof there still.
Sally Ford.
Okay.
I hear a hunter.
Hunter on me. Hey you.
Oh, I got
And
boomed
the
again. I just keep getting boomed.
Let's just go this way.
We need to go through the alley, but yeah.
Y'all gonna make me act the fool up in here, Ducky.
So where do we go, Pedro? Lead.
There.
Go.
There's a
Go
spinner
in
on
that
the roof
direction.
there.
Reloading. Lewis, heal.
Charger got me.
Oh!
Oh, he plowed all of us.
Oh, Smoker got me.
Smoker got Jordan.
Yeah, there's a bunch. Spinner.
The bowling.
Run. Hop and run.
All right.
Okay.
Then heal. Pedro, heal up.
I'll do that as soon as that
He's
spinner's
on,
done.
he's on the roof.
Okay.
Do it now while he's recharging.
Yes.
God. Oh, he is.
I healed.
There we go.
Still on the
Boomer?
roof.
And there's a hunter here.
Hunter on Francis.
Okay.
Reloading.
Do we go in the building?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's go in the
it's-
building then.
I was shooting the spinner.
It's a good plan. All right, I'm gonna heal.
Might be something in the
There's a smoker outside.
killer.
And that bot
Let's see if
was a
there's
bit
anything over there.
lost. The smoker.
Yep, there was Nolan over there.
Okay.
Yeah, happens to the best of us.
I'm out of ammo.
Run, Pedro.
Yeah.
You guys go.
Yeah,
go.
I tried.
Don't fucking. Oh,
No.
God damn it. What part of run?
The hunter got me, so I
I was
couldn't do
trying to.
anything.
I was trying to find Pedro so that I could follow him.
And Pedro's about to die because he's not running. It's all about distance now, baby. And I just
He's
ran.
going the distance. He's going full speed. She's all alone in a time of need. All right, who are we? What role shall we play in this drama that will hopefully get us more than
Drama?
130 that we get more than 136 points? All right, great. I get the worst boy. Who else? Who else we got?
No, I get the worst boy.
Walking away from it ain't
Positivity.
All right, I'll give you that.
Yeah. Okay, got it. Got it.
Got it. See.
Look out!
That-
There's a hunter out there.
Hi, Scott.
What was
Damn
that?
it, bot!
Run? Just run.
Spin!
Kamikaze! Kamikaze! What? Oh, that's bullshit.
Oh, come on. Come on, game. What's up? Yeah. It's all good.
They beat us.
Uh-oh. That's not important. Nah. Oh.
Reloading.
Watch out! Heads up!
Club Dead.
Club Dead, nice.
Club Dread was also a really good movie. I like that.
What was Club Dread?
It was by the same guys who did Super Troopers. It was the it was the one about the
Reloading.
Nice job.
Oh, I got Pennywise.
Sup?
I'm down.
Round 2, motherfuckers.
Somebody, help me!
How do I respawn?
Is anyone there?
E.
E.
That's not letting me. I guess.
In trouble!
Oh.
Yeah, they got very far.
Eat shit, Scott. Eat shit, Scott. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Nothing but hugs. A little bit.
A little bit. Just a titch.
We see you playing this game during the week.
No, that's just someone else on your account.
Yeah. He was too busy going back and watching the videos.
Well, he's not denying that.
Yeah, we're not getting immediate denial on that.
How are we gonna do this?
What I like to imagine is like Scott's got like a 3-ring binder, man, with some plays out. It's like, all right, how do we do this?
All right.
You got
Gotta leave that
I don't
safe
know any
area.
of these fucking levels.
Yeah,
Like,
you know, just keep dwelling, right? Like you'll eventually.
Live to charge another day. Oh, well done. Well done. Come on, recharge. Oh, bullshit.
Yeah.
Quit chasing me. You're gonna be very Well, at least I made him run around in circles instead of making forward progression.
I don't want to walk around in circles, Walker.
That's my new strut.
Oh, someone else gets to be the boomer. Who's it gonna be?
Reloading.
Oh. Oh.
You know, coming from a Canadian, that does seem dangerous.
Ah, damn it! I got Pennywise into the other room, but I just ran out of health. Oh yeah!
Trigger the horde.
Wait, it's the manual car alarm. Watch out, people!
There we go.
Who am I?
Leave Smokey alone.
Reloading.
Dude, I'm not gonna stop, guys. Nah.
I boomed 2 of them, so
Yeah.
I was just about to say, look at Scott kneeling down, getting ready to take it. I don't care, man. I held you motherfuckers up long enough. I'm good with that. Oh, that's right, mother.
Mother.
Space Lord, mother. Dun, 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 dun. Stuck in your pocket. There we go. Touch.
Fuck!
Brah, he dead.
I missed that charge, but I got 2 good punches, and that's all I can hope for. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear.
There we go.
Yes, nice. 2 secundo.
Hi. Aw.
I'm no doctor, but you're definitely not dead. So come on.
Get it off me! Get it off me!
Okay. Okay, you're okay. I was worried there. Let's get you up on your feet.
They are putting up a good fight.
They are.
They are.
They're resilient.
Behind you!
Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss.
They all dodged.
That would've
There
been a
was
good
3 of them.
See, that's why Charger is the worst one. Hunter, at least you can like combo that. Charger.
Bullshit.
Heads up!
Reloading.
Yeah. A little bit. Bring him over.
I ran slightly past this bit, just enough. The witch knocked someone down.
That witch is not having it, man. Finally.
All right.
Wow, I thought they made it further than that.
It's a long level. And it's got a really annoying crescendo at the end.
Listen, we just have to catch up, right? Like.
What's up, Jugs?
Hey, guns. I love guns.
Blam blam. Is that PBR? Oh, that's
Check out that truck.
legally not PBR is what that is.
It's BBR. It's Babs blue ribbon. All right, let's go.
Let's blow. Come on.
Oh yeah, this is primo fuckbox.
Yes, it is.
I'm working on it.
Jock, yummy.
Oh, Charger!
That's
Whoa!
Walker on the roof.
Well done.
Ouch!
All right, we're up. We're
Right,
moving.
through the building.
Doing
that
good?
building.
Yeah.
Foxy.
Foxy,
Around that
Foxy,
door
Foxy.
there.
I'm covering your escape. Come,
Let's go.
come.
Let's go. Let's go.
Come on.
Let's go. Michael. We're gonna die.
All right, let's
Saving.
go. Let's go.
Let's go. Past the door. Let's go.
Okay. Pedro, no.
All right, here.
There's no door to close. Right.
Oh,
Yeah, I got them both.
Why can't I do constrict? A teammate must help. I'm constricted, lads. I could help. Well, now I'm really on the ground, but you know, there's that.
Ven alerted the Ord. Okay. And the charger got me. Nope.
Come on.
There's the Jordan.
Yeah.
Jordan to the rescue.
Fuck all yous.
Listen, man, whoa, Hunter.
The jockey on me now. Thank you.
I had some pertinent questions I needed to ask.
Yes.
I can't say anything.
Up that way. You're going the right way, so just keep going.
I'm covering you, Vin. I'm covering you.
Thank you.
There's a smoker, by the way, behind us.
Yes, there is. I'm out of ammo.
All right. Whoa! No.
We're getting there. There's weapons here.
I need pills.
You got a charger coming
I got
in.
smoked.
Watch out.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
All right. Cover me. I got 1 health.
I'm gonna heal.
If a zombie licks me, I'm going down. All right.
Oh! Charger got me. All right,
Let's go.
Watch out. Hold on.
Oh. All right.
I can get Jordan up.
Fucking zombie.
I'm
Go
with
A bit
down.
of cover.
Try it.
Thank you.
I'm covering, but I'm on gray now.
Yeah, you need to heal.
All right.
There's
I cover.
weapons.
Who tore off? The bot?
Foxy. All right. I'm good.
Yeah, then you looked backwards and you're like, wait a minute.
And
Okay, we got a spitter
around
up
the
here.
truck.
I'm out of bullets.
Yeah.
Oh, you're already dead to us. I'm playing Whack-A-Zombie. Let's go.
Charger? We go to the left there. Let's go.
All right.
I have
Yeah, don't
plus
shoot
2.
the witch.
All right. Flashlight's off too.
Damn it. All right, leave me.
The hunter got me. There's 2 hunters.
And a spitter. Whoa.
I had to get out of the spit.
Yeah.
And I'm down.
Let me go. Let me go. Fuck me.
Oh,
You split
the
up.
witch
Go help
apparently
them.
got me.
Yeah, the witch got you. You startled the witch.
Somehow.
You got too close, maybe?
Maybe get me.
Maybe. Like, she was ignoring me, and I started healing you, and then she turned around and saw me, I guess.
Out the dead.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Oh,
All right.
one.
By 1?
Oh. That's it?
Yeah, that's it. That's the 2. This one is a tiny one. It only has a 2.
Oh, okay.
Play against
All
team
right.
again. What? I guess we got one more. We gotta have a tiebreaker.
Wait, we gotta have a tiebreaker, Scott. And by that I mean we're gonna tie you up and break you.
Well, we were gonna play some more, but Scott decided not to.
All right.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this has been a wild ride. I do want to thank each and every one of you who have shown up. And that was only 2. I thought we had some more, but unfortunately, nay. I'm sad. Are you happy, Scott? Are you gloating?
A little bit. He has to be.
Scott is pondering his life choices right about now.
Scott had to mute his mic. He was like, oh, okay, talk some shit. All right. Yeah. Speaking of lovely people, we got Michael, we got Mir, we got Alan, we got Pennywise, and we got Scott.
Yes,
you know
are,
what,
Scott.
You
Yes,
know
you
what,
are.
Scott? Your mom's a lovely person. She's a very classy lady.
What went wrong?
Jordan, you need to stop hitting on, people who watch the show and their family.
Why is saying that his mom is classy hitting on him? Like, I think you're reading a little too much into this, Pedro. Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. I'll give it to you that sometimes it's a big brown dick, but in this case, it's just a cigar.
More innuendo. Doesn't get any better, man.
I mean, you've already hit on Scott's sister, now you're hitting on Scott's mom. Come on, man.
I can't just pay a compliment to someone. Everything has to be suspect. Everything has to be me hitting on someone.
In all fairness, come on.
Pedro.
Come on, Jordan.
Yes, because
You
because
do have
I'm
a bit of a history, so...
I'm so magnanimous. I'm just out there in everyone's faces. Yeah.
Jordan can big word occasionally. Come on.
Occasionally.
Yeah, Jordan is the only one who's allowed to big word. He's the only native English speaker.
Medium
Jill is
word,
too, I
not
suppose.
allowed.
I'm just pure sexual energy incarnate.
Freedom
that's
crackers
me.
are going off. We'll hang out. This shit talking session will continue on for maybe another 5 or 10 minutes in Discord. If you want to hop in there, feel free to pop in the after shows. And beautiful people, the Nightmare Train has definitely pulled back in the station.
Choo choo.
See you next week.